All right, Willie Rope. We good?
Five.
Let's count me out.
3, 2, 1, and we're live.
Yo, what the fuck is up, man? Welcome back to the Wake and Bake. I, of course, am your host, as always, Blind James. And you know where you can find me on Instagram is at The Real Blind James. See our show on Facebook, YouTube, and all that video shit. Just search The Wake and Bake with Blind James. You can also hear us across all the streaming platforms, your favorite ones, Spotify, Apple, fucking Google, all that dumb shit, man. Just tell your shit to play it. And then go to patreon.com/blindjames, hook it up with that donation. Help us keep out on the road here, bringing you dope interviews in our studio and all that shit, of course. And of course, there's also Fog Vapory to thank for helping us. And then running our audio over there, of course, is the co-host, the man, the legend, the Don Cooch. What's up, man?
What's up? Shit, just chilling, man. It's about to be fucking awesome tonight, man. Shit.
Yo, we got a crazy guest, man. I'm super excited to promo him, and dude, I'm been getting wrecked since we got in here. You know what I'm saying? Fucking frying my shit, bro.
Especially last night.
Yeah, that was nuts, man.
Yeah, that was good
But
looking out.
fucking awesome. Holy shit. And then you guys know where you can find him on Instagram is at Don_Cooch, K-O-O-C-H. And then running our stream, our video is, of course, the producer Waldo. What up, my dude?
What's going on, James?
Shoo, we chilling out here, dude. How you feeling?
Feeling great.
Yeah, dude, you actually are the one that hooked this up pretty much, man. I would have never fucking known about any of this or got hip if it weren't for you, so we thank you.
Absolutely. I've been a big Phone Homie fan for years now, and, you know, especially I have a tattoo for the man, so we had to make our way out here after we met him.
Oh, hell yeah, man. You guys know where you can see him is at Party with Waldo on Instagram. And then, of course, we have the guest, the premier guest, man. And we're going to be co-streaming, running a little cross-stream, man. A little Ghostbusters action. You know what I'm saying? A little crossing the streams with the Slab Hour from Phone Homie is here with us, man.
Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, Washington D.C. and worldwide, Phone Homie presents the Slab Hour. Make some motherfucking noise! Yeah. The Slab Hour tonight. That's right. We are in Washington, D.C. proper on the rooftops. We've never done this before. Episode, God knows what, 275? 200 and twiddle my tits. I have no idea how many shows we've done, but it's over 200. Over 200. I'd like to welcome my guests to the show since we're doing this cross-patterning here. And so funny you say Ghostbusters. I don't know if that was a pun, but I'm wearing the Ghostbusters shirt. I don't know if you
have no fucking idea.
You had some fucking crazy Sixth Sense right there.
I don't even know what shirt I'm wearing,
You see Ghostbusters shirts. He just made a Ghostbusters reference. That's crazy. He just blew my mind with that.
This is fate, dude. This is fate.
Right?
This is meant to
everybody make some noise for Real James. The Real James.
Blind James,
I'm sorry. He's the Real James, okay? And he's blind. All right?
Real James.
The Real Blind James.
Thank you,
Blind
sir.
James here. Welcome. Thank you. Let's make some noise
Thank
for you.
you, man.
Party with Waldo, Don Cooch. My DJ A Boogie in the motherfucking house on the ones and twos. We got motherfucking Trichome Homes in the motherfucking spot. We got representatives of 3-Star Brewery in the house. Not to mention the whole DMV proper is over here on the rooftop. Make some noise for yourself, please.
Nice.
Yes. This is really fucking awesome. It's really cool to have number one guest coming in from Ohio out there in Columbus. Am I right? Cleveland. Oh shit! I'm gonna get thrown off the roof. We just started the show, but
we fuck with them, man. All the bands we dig and
shout out to C-Bus. But yeah, so out from Cleveland, we got the Wake Up. The Wake and Bake show.
That's right, man.
That will help you wake up.
Blind James, man.
If you're sleeping on them, you better wake up.
Fucking right.
So yeah, that was a lot of hours. I've done that drive myself. Not too bad though. You know.
No, thank God I don't have to do it.
You gotta hold your nuts in Pennsylvania. That's all. You know. Just make sure he drives carefully.
Yeah, for sure. Dude, I know. We had Waldo driving this one, man, whipping it around on
Party
this
with
trip.
Waldo. I don't know. Like, is that cool? Is he good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
And we're
with all those crazy tattoos on his leg, especially the Turp It Up and Slab It Down one, which I am ultimately honored. I feel like I'm up in the same fucking fame hall as Wu-Tang right now, with tattoos being put on people's bodies.
Dude, we saw Wu-Tang twice this month.
1 month.
Nice.
In 1 month.
Yeah, we saw him at the Cup in Detroit.
Wu-Tang.
And then we saw him at Riot Fest in Chicago. That was fucking ill.
Nice. So, welcome to Slab Hour, everybody. This is a Washington, D.C. made show. This is a to show the rest of the world right here in the nation's capital that we mean business when it comes to cannabis, and that is all puns intended. We are fighting to have our place in retail with cannabis right here in the district, which will soon trickle out to the states surrounding Maryland and Virginia. And everybody else around that. This show is to kind of bring that culture, the industry, the burgeoning industry, the ideas and the discussion of cannabis right here to the forefront, right here to you on my live feed, on the Facebook live streaming feed for the Wake and Bake Show. And that brings us to what we do. We kind of turn that 710 and 420 frown upside down, kind of show you that this is something that you can be proud of, make a business out of, make a life out of, make a lifestyle out of. Do something on the extra side, get educated about, and do something with your life. Not to mention the recreation or the medicine aspect of it is there for you. The only real discussion always is accessibility all throughout the universe. So thank you. This is the Slab Hour, and that's what we're about. Clap your hands, please, because I don't have one of them fucking boxes. What up, Spittle? We're drinking on some 3 Stars Brewing Company. Diamonds Are Forever. This is a great IPA, especially if you're trying to drink a lot of beer and not get too crunked up. This is the perfect beer for you. There's also some other ones that they have that has a much higher alcohol ABV, level, and we're not drinking those right now because I will save those for after the show.
Waldo, what do you think of that brewski, bro?
I love this Ghost IPA that I'm sipping on. It's delicious.
Nice. Oh, you got the Ghost IPA? Yeah.
Tickles the taste buds.
It's a little tickler.
The good folks over at 3 Stars Brewery definitely know how to bring in. They rep Washington D.C. very nicely. They are big supporters of the Washington Capitals, and they big supporters of hip hop. Actually, they have some great shows over there, great food that they have cooking up over at the trucks and such, and great events. Yeah. So much love to 3 Stars Brewery. What's up?
They were home brew. They're DC rate.
DC,
born,
in DC
right?
proper. They're like not too far from my area, so that's cool. Like
dope.
I always fucking get everything fucked up though. I try to grab beer before the show, so I had one of the guys were nice enough to actually volunteer and say, "Hey, you need any brew for the show?" I was like, "Fuck yes,
absolutely,
please
bro.
bring it with you."
As
Fucking
a beer
right.
connoisseur myself, I'm gonna tell you that they definitely have a fan out of me now. Like,
Yeah.
3 Stars Brewing is doing it right.
So
Yeah.
they got bomb food too.
Definitely.
So we gotta check that out, man, because I be getting the fucking munchies after we run a Wake and Bake, and I know after.
Oh, did you guys? By the way, did you guys go to the diner afterwards?
We ended up going to Tasty, right next to the hotel. It was another diner. It was just right next to us.
Really? I never.
It was-
Tasties?
Yeah.
Tasty.
Does anybody know where Tasties is?
Yo, it was
No?
mediocre
Yes,
as balls.
No?
Tasty.
Okay.
Never heard of it. Sounds made up.
Yeah, it was mediocre as balls.
That's not the egg and that's not the fried. You get the
No, that's
breakfast
the one
spot
place
that
the
you
one
get.
told us to go to the egg and whatever.
No, there's another place that you can get like egg sandwiches and all that stuff.
Yeah,
All
Tasties.
nah, it's like it's not
Yeah,
a diner.
with cheese.
It's not a diner. It's a spot though. It's not that. It's not an Abs
Yeah,
Morgan.
so we have not gone there.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
There's a spot you can get breakfast like all night.
Is that a bad
Everybody
move?
drunk goes there.
It's like 2 a.m. It's
called the diner.
That's
Nah, not the
exactly
diner.
what it
Not the
was,
diner. It's
man,
another
yeah.
spot.
exactly it, dude.
Yeah.
And much
That's
love
all
to
it
the
was.
much love to the Instagram fam on live, always keeping it live for us, and definitely never faded from me as I made my many decisions in life. So I appreciate you guys for watching the live feed and loving and supporting what we're doing here on the Phone Homie IG and also on the Phone Homie Instagram. You can catch the great gear over at www.phonehomie.com. You can go over to YouTube and type in Phone Homie Presents to watch all the shows. And that is my own, I blasted out everything. Deborah Hashery, if you want some good things in your life, Deborah Hashery will be happy to give you everything that you need. As a matter of fact, we have a great dab bar going on right here at the table. Speaking of dabs, it's time to get into some of this motherfucking trizzle.
Yeah. What the fuck
That would
were
only
you,
be right. We have some Chris Crazy that we can blast off in just a little bit, so we get that prepared. I gotta speak fast because we lost a lot of time getting into the show. You know, stupidly, I didn't bring no motherfucking Q-tips. If you have Q-tips, or you know what, paper towels. Paper towels, like grab those paper towels. Always have something in effect. Stoners, always thinking, on the job. Why is nobody smoking weed? Why are you guys all looking at me sober? Okay,
There we go.
start smoking
Working on
something.
it, working
Young
on
lady
it.
with the wild berries, make something happen with those, please. All right. Oh, he took it all. Look at him, man. Why you politicking on the L for, man? Come on.
Baby
Ben lit that up 7 minutes ago, man. I didn't see that. I'm not seeing that, man. I'm just seeing that stay in your corner, man. Don't you hate that when somebody grabs the L and he's like, yep, and everything's cool, and you're looking at them, they smile. You can't smile at someone who's holding the L too long because they mistake that as like, oh, you're okay. You could be holding that for a little bit longer.
Yo, that's my
no, it's
problem,
not
man.
okay.
I'm sitting there smelling it, and I'm like, yo, somebody's got it. Fucking say something.
So,
Somebody say something. Run it.
So James, while we have you here in Washington D.C., coming in from Cleveland, why don't you let the crowd know how you got involved in your show and what makes cannabis so cool for you?
Well, I've been smoking pot most of my memorable life, since around 12 years old. Nice. And then, it really kicked in more as a medical thing, though, when I went blind back in 2016. Okay. I had a lot of retinal detachments going on, a lot of eye problems, and then I had glaucoma in both eyes. Okay. And I actually had a year sober, like, off of everything before that. Okay. Because I'm an ex-heroin addict, too. All right. And there wasn't a real outlet for me other than, a bunch of pain medications and shit like that. Right. I just wasn't about that life. So instead, I opted to go back to using good old cannabis and started to dive more into the scientific aspect of it, and knowing that there's different types of cannabis that you can use for different ailments, and you're gonna have different effects from it. And meeting up with Waldo and Cooch over here, and getting into these more pot-based events has opened my eyes to how many people use it for the same thing. So I took that and then my love for music. And was like, you know what? Let's do something with it. Let's bring in bands. Let's talk. Let's smoke down. Let's get to know people on a personal level, not just the bullshit that you get from, these 15-minute interviews you may get at festivals and shit like that. You can find on YouTube.
So, and now, how long have you been doing the show? And how many places have you gone? I see you guys are traveling with the show. How is that? Like, where have you guys been so far? Where have you guys taken the show so far?
We just started traveling though. The show's we're coming up on like a year in like maybe a week or so. So this is like a kick-ass 1 year little thing for us. Yeah. So hell yeah.
It's a milestone.
Right, yeah. Yeah, and then we've been hitting the road now for about 3 months, getting out on weekends to different events, festivals. Some different companies are hooking us up with, passes and stuff so we can get in, interview bands, and do a lot of promo and stuff for, us in the industry. Everywhere we go, we're like the go-to guys, and it's the same for when bands come into town. All their companies and management teams hook them up with us, so we get to bring them in studio, burn down with them, kick it, and it's just a good fucking time for everybody.
Just real quick, side question: Do we have internet abilities? You guys know the Wi-Fi and all that?
No interwebs.
Yeah, no Wi-Fi. Seriously?
Zero. Yeah, nah, it's like 1984 up here.
Are you serious? Shit.
I promise you.
Cause I'm like trying to live off of my fucking hotspot over here.
Oh, we got our Apple computers.
Trying to get my hotspot going over here.
Right, man.
Let's see, Bluetooth. No, that's not right. Okay, no, turn on personal hotspot. Yeah, that should be on.
Need some more hotspot going here?
Alright, I guess the hotspot's not coming in.
We need some more hotspot.
Oh, here we go. Got the hotspot. Okay, cool.
You good?
Got the hotspot. You good? I'm touching myself.
Now, let me ask you a question, man. How long have you been
smoking drugs?
Yeah, into the pot proprietor industry.
I started smoking drugs when I was like 14 years old, and then I smoked cannabis. No, so seriously, actually, no, to be real, I think I had LSD before I ever smoked pot. Yeah, this is one of the first drugs. And I think I smoked a Wooly before I actually smoked.
What was your first Wooly?
It says weed with crack rocks in it.
LSD trip like? How young were you?
I should have knew that.
All that stuff.
I don't think they heard you.
Yeah, wait.
What is a Wooly?
Nah, we didn't say it. I never said that. You guys misheard me. I didn't say any of that.
Misheard it.
I don't know what that is. I don't know drugs like that. No, so I was a troubled youth. Definitely got into some things. But luckily, I don't know, I found my way to some sort of sobriety or health or something to get me to some angle. But truthfully, I started smoking weed about 14 years old. Didn't really hit me at first. Acid and all those other things were mushrooms and cocaine and all sorts of drugs were around me. And I ventured into all those things. But cannabis was the only thing that really helped me to be comfortable. Cannabis helped me to be hungry, helped me to sleep. I never felt any discomfort from cannabis Even when I smoked
Amen.
too much, it was perfect.
Right.
I mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
get uncomfortable.
Perfect.
Like, besides that, like, come on.
Yeah, it's alcohol. Even alcohol makes me feel uncomfortable because you drink, it feels good, but then next morning you feel fucking shitty.
worst.
You
Even that
gotta sit
drinking,
uncomfortable for the rest of the day.
Yeah.
That's just uncomfortable. Coffee. I'm twiddling. I gotta piss every 5 minutes.
It's a green.
Oh,
It's
dude, that was
just
me
horrible.
this
Then
morning.
you smell like fucking
Pass it
coffee
to
beans.
James.
What's up?
This is your bowl right here, good sir.
Oh, thank you.
And lighter for the drugs. Okay. I like saying drugs, by the way, everybody, and just in case everybody's wondering, why does this guy fucking keep saying drugs? Because cannabis is still a Schedule 1 drug. It hasn't been taken out of Schedule 1 drug. When they take it out of there, I'll probably still say it just because I'm being an asshole. But truthfully, that's really why I'm saying it, because it's kind of just no, smoke more.
Oh, okay. Why not?
Smoke more. And I think that calling it drugs is kind of like keeping us on check that we have to change that out of the schedule. Or make a right way for cannabis that allows us to do what we need to do with it, because it's obviously a chess game. No matter which way we move here, we got to be aware of consequences from here or here, or from there or there. So we really have to go into this strategically. Look at the best way that all of us can conquer this situation. We do have time on our side, because as time goes by, more and more of the youth, more and more of the decisions coming from the youth are leaning towards cannabis as a legality for our life. So, and that includes other countries now. If you haven't noticed, Australia, maybe even a few Asian countries are starting to look into the ideas of the Philippines. Yeah, that's right. The Philippines looking into the ideas of cannabis so that we can all start getting into it. Some of them medical, some of them recreational, but it leaves you with the idea that you can now travel somewhere and not maybe have to go find bunk weed and get fucking arrested or end up in a very bad, troubling situation.
Right.
In some disgusting cab, getting fucking shit weed for fucking 30 of your hard-earned American dollars, and they're taking that shit that's fucking $20 turns into
Straight
whatever.
gas, yeah.
All situations is what I'm trying to say without
It's all
sounding too
fucking bad.
politically incorrect nowadays. Now you gotta watch everything you say. So
I don't watch anything I say.
That's
I don't give a
awesome.
fuck, dude. Fuck yeah, none of that here.
I do, and it drives me
What are they
crazy.
gonna do? Fight me? Yeah, right.
What are they gonna do?
Right. Fight me? Tell me to take down my show? Fuck you.
All right.
What was you said you used to, one of your first you got into it was in Amsterdam.
Yes. So Amsterdam for me was really the start of this all. My girlfriend then, who is now my wife, she's from Poland, and
Nice.
so she's like,
I got an import too, man. Mine's from Brazil.
Don't say that, man. They're watching the show. They're gonna look at us. Oh, you got it. You just got your ass. You guys got your ass exported from the bedroom for tonight.
I'm already exported. I'm out of town, brother.
Right. So essentially, she was like, we're gonna go to Europe. We'd love, to go to Poland for like a month, and I'm like, listen, on the way in, on the way out, we got to go to Amsterdam because I'm getting fucking wrecked each time. So she's like, cool. I go there. My mind was blown. I saw all this open selling of weed in the coffee shops, and that really started the idea that this can actually happen. This can actually happen in the United States. And then as I'm coming back to the United States, the West started opening up, and I'm like, it's gonna happen. So I made a little name for myself that could be watched on YouTube. We're gonna go into that now, but type in "man throws up Ghostface."
Oh yeah, that's great.
That should be intriguing enough for you to go want to watch that. Okay?
Absolutely.
Ghostface did not come out of my body, but I will leave it there. From then on, I became phone homie, and it's really. Thank you for not keeping your phone on mute. I became phone homie and
Profesh, bro.
yeah, real professional party with Waldo. I don't care if you do have a tattoo of chirp it up and slab it down. Did you ever hear of mute on your phone?
Real profesh.
Hey, don't talk to me about that shit, brother.
Don't tell us about no James.
I'm
Don't
over
tell
here
us about
putting
no
it
James.
down right now.
So really Amsterdam started it for me, and then I came back to the States, and my idea was like, how do I sell weed in D.C. Legally? And that was at the moment then was start a clothing line that expressed the idea of cannabis, not cliche, that would have people talking about things. And that's how it kind of started off, but it did take a little bit of putting my balls on the table and getting out of my closet, expressing and exposing myself, not nakedly, but nakedly in metaphoric ways. All right. I wish it was the other way. I would love to stand out with just
Fucking I
nothing
say
on
that
but
all
my
the
birthday
time,
suit.
dude.
That's just me though. But in public though. In public,
Yeah,
it'd be like,
I'm
you know,
about that life.
in the forest,
All right, maybe I was thinking
like a
mountain
bear.
top. I'm thinking like more
A
mountain
bear,
top.
bear. Get it? Bear. Never mind.
Bear.
Okay, so let's get into some of my list real quick. Oh no, I do have that. A few events going on in the city. Number one, we do the Slab Hour every Sunday. We don't always know now where we're going to do it. The show is on Rogue. Actually, no, we do know now. Yeah. We do know now. We got a home for the place now. Yeah. Sorry, that's yeah. Shout out to the Townhouse Uptown. The Townhouse Uptown, which we are creating. It won't always be on the roof. Okay, but we now have a spot that we are cementing and solidifying for our show right here in D.C. proper. All right.
This is a wonderful fucking place, dude. So much hospitality.
Nice. That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
I'm glad you got to see that part. Nice. I'm just kidding. Much love to Washington D.C. We love. Make some noise for Washington D.C. real quick. Woo!
Right, DC.
Yeah, it was real loud there. But that's okay.
Shout out
We
to
are on
that-
the top of a roof.
That
and
Polish
we
hot
do-
dog that made me throw up from one of them carts.
Oh, you
Nice.
ate from a cart? You're brave.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
dude, yeah.
Why
I
do you-
throw
why
up.
do
I
people
threw
always
it
wanna
up,
do
too.
Yeah.
It came out.
I don't know why people want to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go into
That was all part of my DC experience.
YOLO.
Yep.
some of the events right here on the Slab Hour in the Washington, D.C. area, in Maryland, in Darlington, Maryland, on October 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th. Darlington, Maryland. Beauty in the Backyard. It's going to be an amazing event. It's going to be 4 days of awesomeness. Over 60 plus performers. None of them who I've ever heard of.
Probably a bunch of
Workshops
our
like
friends.
crazy. Art shops, comedy shops. Shout out to my man Head Wops, aka KLM, Kevin Lance Murray, the comedian. Meta Creative are putting together this awesome event that you should go to. We're talking about hot air balloons. We're talking about slackline. We're talking about tightrope between
Like,
hot air
wait,
balloons.
Hot air balloons like from the 1800s?
I'm serious.
Like from the 1800s?
I don't know what era I'm talking about. Hopefully
Aren't
they're
they all the
modern because I
same?
don't want
Like,
people
aren't they-
fucking falling out of balloons.
Baskets?
Like
Wicker baskets, yeah.
Yeah, weren't we talking
Wicker,
about that
we're talking about
yesterday?
fucking wicker baskets,
Yeah,
hot
dude,
air
bro,
balloons.
like, I need that fucking weighted
Yeah.
shoe, bro. I'm not
Sign
getting in
me
there.
up.
And they're talking about putting tight ropes between the hot air balloons. That I want to see it from the ground.
Me too. I want to see it from the ground.
I
too.
do kind of want to go up in a hot air balloon, but
yeah.
like, as if just let them lift me up to the fucking top of the tree line, and I'll be like, "Yo, go back down now. We're not going up any fucking higher."
Dude, I'll try. I'll
Fuck
go
that.
way up there, man.
So that means you wouldn't want to skydive or anything?
Oh,
I'll
fuck it,
I'll
then
go
is no.
skydiving.
No, no. I skydive right here with this rig.
I'll
Every
skydive
fucking
like
day.
the fucking. I'll put the snowboard on like fucking the White Ranger and fucking the movie. Oh
Yeah,
Dude, that would be
I don't know,
Thinking
man.
outside the box now.
yeah, man.
So, can I
About
ask
that
you a
life.
question? Can I ask you a question about blindness?
Yeah, yeah. of course.
So being that now you can't see, do you feel like there are things that you wouldn't have been able to do when you were seeing that you would have been too freaked out to do that now you feel like you can do when now you don't have the sight?
No, not at all. I I think there's more shit that I'm like.
Maybe I didn't think I would consider that question too much before I thought about and asked it, but yes.
Backwards. There's more shit.
There's more shit
now.
that you want to see.
Yeah, that
But-
you want to see while you're doing it.
For example, because you just mentioned skydiving. So
Yeah, no, I
skydiving,
would
like
wanna do that
I right
before.
now I'm scared, but if I didn't see it, maybe it would make me feel better about doing it.
All right, maybe when it comes to food. Boom. That's
Really?
the one. Yeah,
Weird on the
out of
body.
sight, out of mind, dude. I hate vegetables.
Okay.
But every once in a while, you can sneak one by me just because I may not know it's there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice. You know, you shouldn't have said that. We should probably
Right,
do some
no,
more shit.
no, There's always
Experiment
one that I'll
stuff.
catch, though. The only one
How do you like that
I'll always
meatloaf?
catch. Oh, see, like that one, you could fuck me up because you could put, like, if you cook the onions down enough,
Yeah.
I don't know they're in there, dude. I'll
Yeah.
just eat them and be like, this is fucking bomb-ass meatloaf.
Yeah, you just make the
But
whole
if there's
meatloaf
a
out of
fucking-
vegetables and see
there's
if
a
you-
chunk
what
of
happens.
lettuce in there, I'll puke for sure.
Like, have you ever like tried to like, you know, people sneak some like meatless thing in front of you and be like, here, try this, and you try it, and you're like, wait a minute. That's not great.
I had a lady at the market try to give me a fucking parsnip one time. Yeah, she was like, it's sliced potato. And I was like,
This ain't no
"All right."
damn potato.
And then I went and took it and I was like, this is like,
I mean,
don't know
parsnip's
what.
kind of harsh, man.
Yo,
Like,
that was rough, dude. I was like, this is bitter
you have to
shit.
really be a fucking vegetable aficionado
dude,
to enjoy a
right?
parsnip.
I was like, maybe if they like boiled it and mashed it and threw a bunch of butter and salt on it.
It still is very distinct in its flavor. Like parsnip has a very distinct flavor, but yeah. That's an interesting one.
What about how they be making cauliflower mashed potatoes and
Now
pizza
that I
and
like.
shit?
That I like.
You're into that?
I'm into that.
I
Cauliflower is
haven't-
really
I don't
fucking
think I've
good.
had
I don't like
the.
cauliflower.
I
I
don't
love
think I've had.
cauliflower.
What's it called? Like.
But this
pureed
isn't the cauliflower show.
Cooked cauliflower?
We're talking about
Like,
broccoli
oh, man.
being smoked. You know, we didn't smoke anything, so
Smoking
now we're
goods.
fucking slagging on this fucking show right now. Let's get
right,
some Chris
let's do
Crazy
it.
on. All right.
Do it. Shouts out to Chris Crazy.
Since you're my guest, I'm gonna yes. Pass those drugs, please. Pass the already rolled
You
drugs.
can pass that to James. Yeah, or
We're right here on the motherfucking Slab Hour, everybody, tuning in.
Slab Hour and cross streaming with the Wake and Bake.
I want to thank all the guests who came over here to the top of the roof right now. I really appreciate you guys' company.
Smoke the drugs. I'm just over here like, where is he?
Don't forget, you can enjoy the amenities right here by coming into the Slab Hour, coming up to the Slab Hour, up to the top roof. We got a table full of goodies right now for you to enjoy. It's awesome sauce. We got diamonds. We got motherfucking Flizzy. We got motherfucking Eddies. Meddies. You know what I'm saying? Baby
that
Betty.
asteroid shit's crazy.
Yeah, actually, I'm glad you mentioned that. The asteroids, we're going to talk about that on the show.
Yeah. Get me hit.
You know, I think I might even just roll one up for us tonight. We got this fucking honey bear fucking backwood.
It sounds like the most savage thing that I've heard of
It's
on the
fucking
market.
savage, man. It really
You
is.
know, it really does. Like I bought a Canagar, a really nice one from North Coast Cannabis. Shouts out to them at the Cup. I was a
Here's a
big
joint.
fan.
Oh, right there.
Oh,
no, wrong way. Hold on. Sorry.
Gotcha.
Fucking.
Hey,
Almost fucked it up right
thank
there.
you, phone on me. I appreciate
Thank
that.
those guys. They caught it right before. Like, oh, wait. Message went the right way. Wasn't thinking on that one. I thought I was going to flip the finger.
Yeah,
Shit.
we've been there before.
Oh yeah, that definitely happened.
Here's your lighter, sir.
Yeah, I need
Where's
I'll
my
bring it
dabber?
right to you.
Anybody got dabber over there you can lend me? Awesome sauce. Thank you, good sir. Shout out to the homie Trichome Holmes. How you doing today, man?
Great.
Oh shit, yeah. We got some fresh harvest in from the organic side. This is some 100% DC grown, 100% natural. What strain is this, good sir?
That's Cream and Tina, Exotic Genetics, your boy Exotic.
Cream and Tina. This is coming from Exotic Genetics seeds, grown out right here. Oh, it smells delicious, good sir.
That's for you,
Nice.
phone homie.
Nice. I'm gonna smoke this up. I'm smoking some of these drugs today. We'll smoke some DC weed.
I had a delicious tea a little bit ago. It was
Oh, by the way, those rosins that are in there, do you see those rosins that I put up for
Shouts out to
the
the
silver top?
townhouse.
I put the price there, right? All right, cool. Can you give me one of those so I can take a look at it? By the way, guys, I just pressed that rosin. This is DC grown weed. It's Lemons Insanity. It's really fucking good, man. I spent last night pounding out a half a pound of weed. My boys over here helped out bringing out all the stems. I do suggest you try it, man. It is flower rosin, just FYI. Unlike this fucking awesome. All right, I'm going in on this.
Hell yeah, it looks beautiful.
super tasty. Hey, man,
Much love to Chris Crazy. Shout out to Superior Solventless. I feel like there's a cold star right here.
Oh yeah, Superior. Superior's fucking great.
Yeah, Superior got the good drugs.
The turfs are glowing just
Wow,
like
that's
E.T.'s finger.
Oh, yeah.
Goddamn dab babes
Wow.
don't linger. So immaculate like phone homie. I'm Chris Crazy if you don't know me. Punk
Watch that light.
motherfucker, I'm turned out. I heard turf saucy out the girl's mouth. We're the pretty bitches, the ones with freckles, and that BHO there got speckles.
Yeah.
That's poop soup.
Yeah, hit it again.
Listen to me. That shadow right there don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro. I'ma watch the Slab Hour and chill out for a hour. Motherfucker and twacks everything. Married to the turfs, don't you see the way?
Oh, yeah.
From Tacoma, with the
Oh,
K.
man.
Oh.
You know we squash rosin.
Oh man, I see the stars in the sky, brother. God damn.
Reach out for that bowl. Reach out for the bowl.
Bitch, I'm on it. Twacks in this
Marijuana.
Slab Hour.
Yeah. We're smoking drugs right here in the Slab Hour.
Heavy
Where the,
drugs.
oh, it's right in front of me.
Man, I always be losing my lighter.
Oh.
Got it.
Turfs are glowing just like E.T.'s finger. The goddamn dab babes gon' live. So demanding like phone homie. I'm Chris Crazy if you don't know me.
Oh, man.
I'm turned down. And that BHO there, that's poop soup. Listen to me, that shadow right there don't listen to me. I'm cool, bro. I'ma watch the slab.
Oh, yeah.
And chill out.
All right, all right, so let's get back into this real quick.
Fucking right, man.
We have, all right, so basically, shout out to the Townhouse Uptown, new home for the Slab Hour. I was gonna do the pot line, but I didn't pay the fucking phone bill in time, so that's done. We have a Ghostbuster. I'm wearing my Ghostbuster shirt. We have a Ghostbuster giveaway right now. We got some T-shirts, and I have a hoodie or two. So for all the guests that are here, let's go ahead and see if we have your size. And if we have your size, you have a shirt. So we'll start off with a large. We have a large in the house. Yep. Raise your hand for a large.
Boom.
What do you got?
That guy. I don't know where he's at.
He said,
that guy.
I can't. Okay, I'm gonna throw it.
Drop
There you go.
toss.
That's you.
Here, I'll throw it at the next guy.
Over the balcony.
Just know I'm about to get a ball on that.
Ah.
Ball on that phone homie drip.
Who's
Believe that.
Do we have a small? You said you were a
Oh,
small.
I'm a small.
Right there.
Oh, boom, boom. I almost caught it. It was so close. Man, that was the closest thing.
Don't hate me, guys. I threw it at your
that
face.
was
I'm
good.
sorry. I was fucking with
That's good.
you.
You know, is my hair
It
good?
was, yeah, your hair's still good.
All right, then we're good. Then we're good. We're good.
Oh shit! I got another large.
Uh-oh.
Huh? Right here. Cool, cool. Oh shit, we're fucking up everything. All right, got a large in the house. Anybody in XL? XL right there.
Oh, where's the big guys?
bro.
Okay.
Oh, get it.
That's the universe.
No arm. Sorry,
That's the
man.
universe. It wants-
Let's see.
you-
Oh, you got
it's all
lucky. You got.
do the right
There's
thing.
another extra large right here. Oh, goes to him right there.
You're just being mean now. Bro.
Nah, I got you, man. Let's see.
Man, that shouts out to the
What he does.
Ghostbusters while we're crossing streams
Every
tonight. That's good.
Hey, what is that? Can you read that? What does that say? I can't read that. We have a 3X. Anybody at 3X?
Oh, we're the big guy.
3X's? No 3X's in the house?
That's a new
It's
style.
a heavyweight.
Hey, we want to rock that
We're the
3X.
heavyweight.
That's that new Kanye style.
We need a nightgown.
Yeah, you just let it drop off the side of the shoulder
Need a
piece. You know what I'm
nightgown.
saying?
A little sexy.
Yeah.
Little knife
home.
piece.
Get you sexy on with the
Hey.
new
Show a
Ghostbusters
little
shirt.
shoulder.
That's right.
All right, let's see what else we got over here. We got
Number gang.
we got another small in the house. Anybody else a small? Small. We got small for the young
We're the
lady
little
right
people.
here.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. We got one more
So
small.
I
Hey, one
caught
more
that
small.
for you, though.
One more small in the house.
So I
Not
caught
small,
that for you.
man.
Look
That was a
at.
joke.
Hey, what you guys gonna say now? Oh, look at that one.
Yo, you saw you caught
That's
that
like-
for me,
That's small right there.
bro? Yo, I owe you.
That arm was crazy, yo.
Oh shit, yo.
Hey, can anybody stand near that light? Can anybody stand near the light just in case?
Who's going to hold down the fort for us?
Anybody a
Over
medium?
there.
Medium? He was on that.
Oh, right
Got
there.
it.
Right there, he said.
All right. Looks like everybody's got a fucking make some noise. Oh shit! Did we fucking hold on a second?
Did you?
How did my shit die? Oh wow.
Burning it down.
Let's get that saved real quick. Okay, yeah. So shout out to once I get back live again, I want to make some noise for Ghostbusters. But yes, thank you guys. Rock that shirt with pride. Those motherfuckers are making killer weed right now, and you guys will know it because I'll be bringing some of that over to D.C.
Whatever.
And I'm not saying it on my live right now because my live is off. We're only on your show.
No,
doing
but
it.
I'm gonna. What's
The
up,
only people that know what I'm saying
wanna
is you
ask
guys
you
right
about-
here and their
What were
show
some of
right
your-
now.
You were at the Cup.
Yeah, but that's
what
on their
was
Facebook.
What was
It's,
some of
I
your
mean, their
favorite
Facebook
buds from
streaming.
the Cup this year?
We're recording.
From Detroit.
Huh?
It's recording. It's not live.
From Detroit, though.
Yeah. Detroit.
Yeah, it's fine. They're gonna go back to Detroit. By that time, I'll be gone.
No, I'm saying, what were some of your favorite buds
Whoa.
from Detroit?
What's going on?
Oh, my favorite buds from Detroit. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So
What are you talking about?
I'm not talking about anything.
You said
Yeah.
you going by there? What you mean, bro?
I'm gonna be gone.
You out of here? You out of here?
So listen, I don't know what you guys are talking about. You're freaking me out right now. But let's talk about the good buds in Detroit. All right, shout out to Detroit. Number one, Detroit comes with that gas. If you guys don't know, I can honestly say that Detroit coined the term gas. hence being from Motor City.
Yeah,
Fuel,
loud-
gas, you know,
loud
kind of goes into
gas,
play, you know.
right. And we stole it when it came
GMO
to
strains out of Detroit. All GMO strains, definitely something that I'm interested in. The Mac strains, really.
GMOs I liked a lot.
Yeah,
So
the Mac
one put me to sleep.
So the GMOs got a little bit like super. Now GMOs everywhere. I remember when GMO, nobody knew about it, nobody gave a fuck about it. Now GMO's everywhere. Now everybody wants it.
Yeah.
And there's all versions of GMO, motor breath, stank breath, all those fucking shits right there. Awesome sauce. I love Grease Monkey. Yep. Love that Sunshine out of Detroit. Detroit's got the Sunshine strains.
That was nice.
Those are fucking nice. I've had Wet Pussy out of Detroit. Some of that Mac. What's his name? Yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm telling you. What's his dude's?
He's like, I need some
Nah,
of
the
that.
fucking rapper.
Mac Miller.
No, not Mac Miller. Trick Trick. Yeah, all the Trick Trick
Oh
strains.
shit.
Yeah, the
Trick
homie.
Trick
Shout out to the
got
homie
it
Trick
straight
Trick.
up? No shit.
Over the Moon Clothing Company. Shout out to them out there. They got that Over the Moon Kush going on. That shit's fire. What do you call it?
Did you get to try the Raptor OG out there?
I have not had the Raptor. The Tropicana
that
cookies
from?
though. Tropicana cookies we've had out there. The Tropaya. Shout out to Blessed Farms. All the Skittles. I'm gonna list all my favorite Skittles. So
dude.
my Skittles coming from motherfucking from
What about Landrace?
Hold on. You're saying too much right now.
Okay.
I gotta think right now. Skittles coming from Blessed Farms. Skittles coming from also
Special Blend Gardens.
the hippie dude. Fuck man, what the fuck is this?
The hippie dude, I know who you're talking about.
Hippie, he had hippie sticks.
That's Landrace Indian. The hippie cigarettes.
Yeah, hippie cigarettes. Yep.
That's Landrace
That's
Indian.
Landrace
That's our
Indian.
homie.
Landrace Indian, exactly.
That was
Totally
the
herbal
bomb
care.
Skittles.
Totally herbal care.
They are
Totally
delicious.
herbal care.
If you get a chance, ask them about the Babylon OG. Check
Uh-huh.
out the Casper OG or
Yeah,
the
Casper.
Eastside
That's
OG.
what I
Their
got from all
BK
of
was
those.
bomb too, dog.
Yeah, Casper was dope.
What other? I'm trying to get it. Try to find that Mother's Milk from Covert Extracts. That I heard was gonna be.
That sounds fucking delicious.
Yeah, they've won with that. They just got super like a lot of what else? Detroit got Do-Si-Do out there, wedding cake out there, a lot of wedding cakes.
A lot of wedding cake.
B-Mac, shout out to B-Mac OG. Man, the list goes on and on with fucking Detroit. Oh shit, we got a lot of people asking questions. Hold on, you go ahead and start some talking. I'm gonna go ahead and get into my live feed. I mean, my Instagram real quick,
you can
and
do
just
that.
get the addy to everybody so we can get everybody up here.
All right, man. Well,
Hold on, really quick. Hold on.
back on
906
You back on
Quincy Street, Northwest.
live? 906 this time. You got it.
Yep, I got it.
You back on live? You back on?
I'm about to
the
get on
Wi-Fi?
live after I get all these people put together. So
Everybody
you guys,
in the DM.
you guys talk amongst each other. Maybe ask the crowd some questions. I don't know what you want to do.
Rhode Island is neither a road nor an island.
Well, shit, Cooch, man, you got the next
No, you're good.
weekend, the Us versus Them show, right? Finding Comfort.
Yeah, that's the Finding Comfort show.
Yeah, just let the people know what that's about, where that came
yeah.
from, and
All donations this year going to Rainbow Babies and Children's Hospital in Cleveland. So
yeah.
that's gonna be awesome. You know. We're
Would you
doing a
say
lot of raffles
to
and
Children's Hospital?
stuff. Yeah.
yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So that's going to that this year. We usually, our Finding Comfort show is usually for like suicide awareness and stuff like that. So it's an annual show that we've been doing for 4 years now. So.
Okay.
And that's next weekend at Blake Slay in Elyria, Ohio.
That's right, man. You got who's up in Logan Davis, Matt O'Matic.
Yeah.
Logan Davis is a fucking
Mo Beats.
beast, dude.
Well, of course.
Oh,
you know,
shouts out
he's
to
putting
Mo
on the
Beats,
show.
man. His new album's fucking dope, and that's everywhere. Check out Mo Beats. He's the man. Mozart. Yup. He's got about 4 or 5 songs on there that I know a lot of white girls that go to college are gonna love.
Mo Beats he's
Mo
a
Beats
veteran
got
in
them
the
hits.
game.
I'm telling
He's a
you,
veteran for sure.
it's radio worthy.
Who's Mo Beats?
That's our
He's from
our
Lorraine,
boy
Ohio.
from Lorraine, from my
Lorraine?
hometown.
That's my mom's name.
Oh shit! Did
Yeah.
anybody buzz 908? By the way, did anybody go to 908?
We almost did.
Oh man, I heard somebody did.
Perhaps.
Said perhaps.
Did nobody answered the door? I hope.
They answered the ring.
And what did you say?
Here for the slab hour.
And what did they say?
Yo,
Not here.
Oh god.
what's going on?
Bother you.
Yeah.
What's going on? Could I? You know, I never ask you for anything except for every time we talk, right?
Yes.
Can I I'm gonna ask you
Man, I
one
lost
thing for Moe. Can I shout out my mom? Today's her birthday.
Oh yeah, hell yeah!
Hey,
Shout
yeah.
out to mom.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, so we out doing stuff we love for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Pushing forward this cannabis movement and uniting different states. You know, Ohio to D.C. Well, we ain't a state, but you know what I'm saying.
That's right. I want to thank you guys, man, because this is huge. We are pushing so hard for legalization at any given level in fucking Ohio. It's just nuts there right now.
In what way? What do you mean? What way is it nuts in Ohio?
It's
like
so,
what's the scene like?
It's impossible to obtain right now. All right, here, let me give you an example of what's going on right now. Okay, it's so hard for people to obtain bud in any legal manner, including medically. All right, that Ohio has been flooded with fake cartridges, THC cards. Right, like they're minimal amounts of distillate with a shitload of filler, and it's making people sick.
Damn.
Yeah,
Ridiculous. My sister was in the hospital for 3 weeks, bro.
Like that, like the stuff we see in the news is real.
Real.
Oh,
My
big
sister,
time.
my
Yeah.
sister's on oxygen right now for probably, they said, the next 6 months is looking like.
Your sister,
Yeah,
bro.
We're
fucking
consistently
nuts.
smoking bad cards.
I thought that was just
Yeah.
like propaganda for real.
No,
'cause
it's real shit.
No,
though.
man, because you can get, there's nowhere you can go get real fucking
And it's
cards.
illegal. So how are people gonna get real shit though? They're only gonna get them black market shit. You know?
Black market.
All the memes about the people making the money off this shit though too. It's real.
Yeah.
They're all fake and shit. That shit is real.
It's
dude.
fucking nuts, man.
Wow.
They get some of them tested and it shows up 40 milligrams THC.
Whoa.
Yeah.
For
You're like,
for a gram cart.
Yeah, for a 1 gram card.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not fucking around right now, dude.
This is why we do the show. We try to promote.
This is
education
exactly
shit.
why.
That's crazy.
Oh, dude, I
we're
trying
trying
to
to
get the
like
word out so
we're trying to
hard.
get away from that shit because
It's-
you know
It's mind blowing.
they want to monopolize that
That's
shit
crazy.
in Ohio if they want to make it legal, and we're not about that shit.
That's why we need to get we need a real movement in Ohio because there's legit, man. My sister was diagnosed as the 254th person with this unnamed lung condition from these things.
Wow.
Yeah, and they just got her X-rays done again, man. She's got white lungs right now.
Whoa.
They said something about vitamin E.
Whoa.
And that's not good, right?
It's like-
Yeah.
No, that's absolutely
Terrible.
not good. Your lungs
Okay.
are supposed to be red and
Cyanide
pink.
and shit.
Hydrogen,
Yeah,
right? Wow.
She has white lungs.
White lungs on the X-ray.
That's
Why keep it illegal and be misinformed about the shit and then have
Exactly.
shit like that happen? But you know,
that's
like,
not okay, man.
No, it's not,
Okay.
man. It's not at all.
Whoa.
It's completely fucked up. And the worst part is no one knows where to go. They're trying to blame it on e-cigarettes as well. And it's like, no, dude, you're misinforming people. What's going on here?
Big tobacco is a big tobacco.
That is a big part of it as well. Big Tobacco's looking at it like, oh, well, let's start throwing these marketing campaigns against, Juuls and, e-cigarettes and vaping, right? So we can kill the vape companies and take over. We can kill all the, it's crazy. You go around Cleveland, man, and Cleveland's a place where everybody fucking
Vapes.
smokes cigarettes,
Oh,
okay?
cigarettes, yeah.
Now,
Yeah, the vaping
about
helped
half
it out
as many
a little bit,
people.
Right? Yeah, they vaping, right?
Right, exactly. Just like me. I quit smoking cigarettes 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, as long as you're using, fucking federally approved shit in the e-cigarette
Right, that's
community.
the key is using the right juice and shit. Right?
Exactly, yeah, don't go be buying this hood shit. And then they made it so you have to be 21 now in the state of Ohio to buy any type of tobacco or
That's
nicotine
good, isn't it?
product. So,
I mean, that's pretty good, though. So the kids aren't. I mean,
you think
kids are
that,
gonna
but
get
now
it
the
either
kids
way.
are buying
That's
fake
true.
shit,
The
dude.
kids will get it
That's all it
anyway.
is. Kids
I
are
mean-
buying fake Juul pods.
China jewel.
China
Oh,
Juul
yeah.
pods, right? And guess what's
Yeah,
happening?
that's
The
true.
China pods aren't meant to be heated, right? So they get heated up in these fucking Juuls in these mass, fucking heat quantities in such a small fucking area that the metal starts to fragment.
Yeah,
Next thing
yeah.
you know, you're vaping heavy metal.
Yeah, exactly. That shit adds up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All those little ppms of contaminants. add up.
Exactly, man. Like, oh
So-
yeah, let's just vape iron and steel or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
kind of metal
exactly.
this is. Who knows?
Wow.
It's wild.
so yeah, on that discussion. So how many in the crowd feel that this whole thing was just a joke? Like, it's just a way. Because I mean, like, there's another side to that. Like, there's how many people have been dying, not just from cigarettes. Period.
There has been a influx of fake carts and shit though.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers
But-
want to just make money
So it's-
off
it's
it.
But what
both
I'm
off the
saying is,
fake
though, but look, but listen though, I mean,
throughout all
there's
carts.
you have these cart deaths coming out, and that's alarming. But come on, how many cigarettes? Tobacco has been a number one killer. You know,
For-
amongst humans,
for
for humans,
centuries.
Yeah.
for centuries.
So long.
As long as the fucking,
It's like,
you know, as long as these companies have been out doing this shit. So I mean, like, you
And then
know,
you got 8 deaths.
you have maybe a few hundred deaths compared to
No, not 800s. There's not even a dozen.
okay, like under 100 deaths from vapes.
Under a dozen.
Okay, I don't know. So we'll say under a dozen. Maybe I don't know. You got the where's your stats at? Where's your source? Where'd you source from?
Here, pull up CNN.
Pull up the source right now. Who says that?
I got 5G.
5G. You got 5G? I heard that 5G is a whole nother problem.
Fancy.
This is the
I heard too.
conspiracy
That's
theory
exactly
show
what I heard.
instead of the Slab Hour.
Hey, we've done a conspiracy show before, so.
What about the killer mosquitoes right now?
Oh
Mosquitoes
shit!
killing
Killer
people.
bees. Wu-Tang's coming back.
Oh shit.
You know,
but
protect
on
your
some
neck.
real shit, man. Those carts. That's
Yeah.
with the big tobacco.
Yeah, the carts is the big deal right now, and like I'll be real with you, I only use carts if I'm like going on vacation or if I'm on the tarmac inside the airplane, but stuck on the tarmac, and I'm sitting in between fucking people.
I think
I'm trying
that's
to
where
fucking
they should be used.
yeah, shit like church, you
Right,
know,
yeah,
family
when you need to
reunions,
conceal, when it's a necessity to conceal what
settlement
you're
court, you know,
doing. Right.
maybe like a bar exam, fucking.
I know Georgetown right down the road there.
Yeah, meet your PO, exactly.
Yeah.
You know, that shit, that's what it's used for. Let's not fucking suck on that shit for fucking, 27 times a day. That's what he said, that's what she said, that's what they said.
They check the, so there's a couple mods that they have out there now that'll read you how many times you're hitting it a day. And I was on
You're
average,
modding too much.
dude,
you
on
fucking
average,
tool.
people are vaping, a kid, like an average kid, vaping around 150 times a day.
You got a joint in front of you.
Oh, I like those.
That's what I'm going to do this right now.
That's
You got it right now. It's good.
150?
Yep. Put that up.
150 times a day.
150 times a day.
Oh yeah, I easily hit mine probably 200 times a day.
Wow.
No bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Right.
I mean, like, hit the fucking dabs like only 20 times a day, and I promise you, you're going to
That's not
fucking.
gonna be a lot.
That's gonna be
Huh?
nice.
No, because you think about it, even you just
Where's that gonna afford
three
that?
vapes. There was at like 15 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Of your day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's not-
maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
150
And I do it.
vapes,
You can
doesn't
do it
really
on the
sound
low.
that
Half the
much,
time,
man.
I don't even realize I'm
So-
hitting the fucking thing.
Right.
If you guys don't mind, I'm going to get into a little bit back into D.C. We've just recently had an article published in the Washington city paper. I'll try to go through. If it gets a little bit wordy, we'll skip through it a little bit quicker. Anybody want to volunteer? Do you want to volunteer for cutting up the asteroid? I got these shears right here. The shears. All right. I'm gonna throw in. Can we use a little bit of your tree to throw in to balance it out? All right. Cool. Thank you. Shout out to the organic side who just blessed me with some of this tree. What would you say that was again?
Cream and Tina.
Cream and Tina out of Exotic Genetics Mike's.
At the organic side.
At the organic side, make sure you check him out. That's some DC grown weed. We're just speaking of DC grown weed. I actually just also pressed out a half a pound of rosin of DC grown weed as well in St. Lemons. I won't mention the grower until I get his permission to exploit him. I mean verbally on the show. Here's an asteroid. So let's take a look at this asteroid real quick. Super beautiful. It's the Chemberry diesel, wrapped in that rosin, dipped in that oil, crusted in THCA. It's definitely fucking beautiful. We got organic side that's going to go ahead and cut this up nice and small and smooth, and we're going to add just a little bit of dry wheat to balance it out. Got the trimming shears right there. Thank you, good sir. So pressed out this rosin right here. I'm very happy and proud of myself. This shit came out caramel looking. All right. I'm gonna take a whiff. It's hard to smell after you touch very backwoods. So yeah, the Slab Hour. We're rolling that up right now. Oh, you know what? Let me put a fucking. Let's get a. What did I just do with the fucking the paper? You got the, let me see the blunt wraps.
Pass it over here.
I'm gonna take these blunt
I
wraps
can't
and
grab
put
it.
some
That part
fucking.
is kind of deep.
What we're gonna do here is gonna take these blunt wraps and gonna put some
Nobody's over
oil.
that direction.
Let's put some
Oh,
oil on the blunt
I don't know where I'm
wraps.
trying to hand this.
Can I see that
Pass it to
dabber?
homie.
Or do I have it?
No.
Can you pass us that joint over there?
Yeah.
He's kind of over there on an island.
All right, no doubt.
I don't know where
Passing
I'm
joints.
Here you go.
We're taking some of this oil right now. We're gonna use this to
Who knows?
patch the blunt a little bit up. We're gonna put this on like some honey on the fucking blizzy.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah.
I like that stickies.
Got some diamonds getting caught up in here. That's cool.
Ooh. We were just talking about some diamonds earlier.
Yep. Shout out to Dabber Hashery Extracts. So let's get into this article. People in D.C., DC's increasingly dangerous marijuana gray market want change. A very wordy.
A little subjective.
Well, no, it's. I like the way this is well done. Quote: We want to be able to get event permits and hire property security to stay safe. That's all we want. End quote. That is not my quote, but that is a quote, and the article is written out of the Washington City paper by Joshua Kaplan. Shout out to Joshua Kaplan for covering this story. September 26, 2019, 5 a.m. Even after he was violently thrown to the ground, a pistol thrust in his face, Hani's opinion of weed pop-ups hasn't changed. It's a blessing. I thank God, quote unquote. The marijuana gray market gave him an opportunity he never expected to have. Growing up in Southeast DC, Hani has long dealt with severe medical issues, and he first became homeless when he was just a boy, only 12 years old. I came from nothing, no money, no nothing, sleeping on the streets, he said. My teacher used to tell me that I am not going to make it, that I'd be 6 feet under. He'd cycle in and out of homelessness ever since. Honey's gotten by a combination of hard work and open-handed kindness that's earned him friends willing to help out. And until recently, he did most of that hard work on a slew of odd jobs like selling Christmas trees during the holidays at Eastern Market. Then about 3 years ago, Honey started working for weed pop-ups. Within a year, he was running his own business in a quote-unquote gray market in which vendors sell people legal goods and then gift them marijuana to go with the goods. Hani sells his art in jewelry, t-shirts, and stickers, and gifts cannabis and CBD, where Hani is particularly passionate about. As an entrepreneur, he says that in a night of work, he makes $200, $300, even $500. Who makes $300 a day in my situation, he asked. It can change lives. It got me to where I'm comfortable enough that I can buy some shoes. I can buy the next homeless guy some dinner. He regularly hosts what he calls peace concerts, benefits that fund school supplies for low-income children, and he dreams about opening his own brick and mortar one day. I would love to open a computer cafe, he says, where you can come in, get your tea, your coffee, and hot cocoa, little danishes, and CBD. Hani says that the gray market put him in a position where he can provide it for himself and for strangers in need. But recently, it's been a more painful sort of love. The industry, he thinks, has quickly become far more dangerous than it used to be. He was robbed for the first time about a year ago, and then after a pop-up party at a house in Upper Northwest, Hani, better known by his vendor name Black Egyptian, requested that his name be left out for this article.
Excuse me?
That makes sense, huh?
Wait, hold on.
I don't know what just happened there.
I need that.
So,
Upward!
All
right.
Be left out of this article.
Go ahead.
I hope that Hani was a code name.
Oh, yeah.
But that
His government name.
Honey, huh?
Yo, they dropped his name like 4 times in
Right,
the article.
like, yeah.
Minimum.
And then they say,
bro.
like,
They dropped his weed.
Hey,
For
purposes
by the
of-
way,
for purposes of secrecy.
Right.
Yeah, what?
By the way, hit him up at Black Egyptian.
Yo,
Yeah.
that writer
Right.
doesn't give a fuck, or that editor doesn't give a
Selling
fuck?
Christmas trees.
Man.
Hey, you're that guy that sells Christmas trees, huh? In July.
Oh, no.
Exactly.
Hey, I'm looking to get a wreath for my my holiday.
Need some pine.
Got any
Hey, they
mistletoe?
real piney? I need a shrub.
You got a point set up?
Yeah, so after outing his name, you know what? I just realized I may not be able to roll this after all. I just, no, we'll make this. What the fuck am I doing?
I trust you.
No, don't trust me right now.
I trust you. I have all the faith in you.
I think we fucked this up fucking grandly.
Nope.
And you know what? Also, too, I don't think your fucking backwoods were fresh enough.
What?
Yep.
No way. I got a perfect fat wood.
No, yeah, this thing's falling apart in my hands, man.
Eskimo. I had a fat one.
Bro, what's
twisted
going on?
earlier.
What's going on?
I don't know what the
Man,
fuck.
well,
I don't know
good
what the
thing
fuck.
we didn't
Yeah.
blindfold him, make him do
Right
the
now,
And
blind
the
no,
backwoods
roll
ain't
those.
fresh. And the backwoods ain't
Every
fresh.
single one
And
of
they
them
arguing
perfect,
about it.
promise.
No,
Here,
fuck
you know
that.
what?
Nah, bro.
You just opened your mouth way too much. Here. Fucking take it.
Yeah.
You did it to yourself.
I got
Patch
you.
it up.
Yo,
And it's got oil on it,
Waldo, are you
so.
up to
Especially-
it?
Yeah,
He
100%.
stood up.
There's
Literally.
a fucking
Oh,
asteroid in
yeah.
here too, so
Yes,
make sure.
asteroid.
I don't even know if I pointed
Fix
at
that
it or
shit.
pointing at
Diamond.
nothing.
Whatever you got to do.
Fuck it.
I put oil on it, so
Yeah, you
gloves.
didn't even need it. You want
gloves?
gloves? What do you need? You want drugs? What do you need? All right, so so where were we at? Getting outed by the name Black Egyptian. All right, requested his last name. Oh, his requested. Yeah. So the first time I ever made real money, that was a good night. He said. With business is booming, he stayed late, and by the time he cleaned up, most of the vendors had gone. He loaded his stuff into a trailer, strapped to the back of his scooter. Loaded his stuff to the back of his scooter. And he departed the alley to head home.
You know what's crazy?
Yeah,
We all know who that is.
I know.
Yeah, we all know who that is.
Right? This city's so small. It's like, oh, I wonder who's carting around their stuff on a scooter.
Named Black Egyptian.
Named Black Egyptian. First name Hani.
Yo.
I have those woods.
Wow,
And then
you
question, what did you connect, like, what were you connecting these with? Just sauce?
Trying to make a ooh,
I was well, because there was a stem in the middle, and that stem
Okay.
fucks me all up. So I cut the stem out to try to fix that, but that just fucked everything
That's
up.
where
where
it went wrong.
Yeah, everything just went wrong with that, and fucking shit just fucking went down to fucking Horrorville.
Good to reverse
so-
engineer that shit.
So a car rolled up. Three men jumped out. Guns were drawn. One robber hit Hani hard with the butt of his pistol, knocking him into the ground and pointing the gun toward his head. He wanted to know how many people were in the house. I kept saying, "I'm the last person. I'm the last person." He said, "I'm going to shoot your ass." Finally, the pop-up security guard heard the noise and came running over. The robbers took Hani's stuff, hopped back in their car, and sped off. So he just picked himself off the ground and left. I didn't call the police, he explained. What am I going to tell the police? That I got robbed at a pop-up?
Yep. It's like the.
Oh, I just realized who said it was okay.
It's like Jack in the Stash.
Never mind.
House.
It's like being a
Like,
hooker.
They can't call
you know?
the cops.
That's
If
like
you-
we can't call the cops if somebody gets robbed in Ohio. Or something.
Yeah,
In
it's
2000
illegal.
in
Hookers can't call the police
2015.
when they get beat up.
In 2015, Initiative 71 legalized the possession of marijuana in D.C. and also legalized giving up to 1 ounce of giving it as a way as a gift. Since then, it's like the gold rush, says Rico Valderrama, who works in pop-ups.
wow.
Or it's like the gold rush now, with everyone trying to make gold from green.
Who requested his name be left out of the
Yeah,
Or
Rico Valderrama, a Washington D.C. resident, also requested that his name be omitted from the story for
Like Rico V.
security purposes.
Or Valderrama.
So hundreds try to get in on the honey pot, from big corporations fighting for legal dispensary slots to small vendors gifting weed to pop-up customers. So far, non-medical marijuana sales have still been limited to the gray market and black markets in D.C. However, the city has 2 pending bills that would legalize recreational marijuana sales too, following in the footsteps of the other 11 states that have legalized Kush outright. Shout out to Joshua. He's using some different verbiage.
Yeah.
He got that Kush. He got that Kush tonight.
Yeah.
That's how you realize just pushed outright.
I'm on that Kush tonight. Remember that song? Hey, you guys remember that song?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, I gotta remind me of that song. I'm on that Kush tonight. Hey, put that song on, man. Drop that song, DJ. I'm on that. I gotta get that shit back on my SoundCloud. Onto my
First of
SoundCloud.
all, please and thank you.
That's
Will go a long
Outcast,
way.
man.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Green
Big
Tape,
Boy.
Purple
That was
Tape.
Big Boy. Yeah.
I be on it all
He had his
night.
little crew.
I be on that. I be on that. That day. Up there.
That wasn't
If
Outkast,
you
that
can
was
find me, I be down there in the L. I'm on it. I'm on it. I'm on it.
On
Yeah.
it.
Okay. All right. So it doesn't sound right when I do it, but the grayness of the motherfucking gray market in DC poses a unique problem for people who work in it. Unlike the dispensaries or even the street dealers, pop-ups relationships with the law enforcement is downright mercurial. I don't know what that word means, but I like it. Sometimes vendors collaborate with police officers.
Yeah.
Well, I can understand if you're hiring off-duty police officers to do your security. That's
But
a bit different.
Can I say something right quick?
Sure. Tricom Holmes, what would you like to say?
What about these
wait.
shops?
I don't mean to cut you off.
I be on it all night, man.
No, louder.
Hey, 5 minutes late.
Pimp, if you want me, you can find me in the.
All right, yeah. So,
So wait, so what about these shops that are operating like in a legal sense?
that's a whole different story. That's a whole different thing to answer. I don't.
I'll be seeing the police.
Yeah.
They're escorting them out. Like.
I mean, they have both. I mean, I'm pretty sure they have both worked in and worked out, getting those people out of there, both. So, I mean, you have police officers that work on the, that moonlight to do that, to work, and then you have others that don't. So it's kind of, it's all mixed up, and some of it may seem hypocritical, but you have some people who individually decide to make their own decision to work in a pop-up situation. You have others that will not. You have others that will enforce it to be taken out. So back to the story. Other times they're treated like outlaws and are unable to access any security benefits legal business would have. Instead, they're pushed to fend for themselves in dangerous environments. City paper interviewed 6 people in the pop-up industry who have recently become victims of armed robberies and reviewed the corresponding police reports. Unless, like Hani, they didn't file one, afraid to implicate themselves in the drug market. All 6 of them described the same sudden shift. Around 2017, the police were previously friendly suddenly cracked down on pop-ups. With vendors pushed away from the legitimate business, they say the robbers soon followed en masse. When the crime started, Valderrama claims, it was a weekly thing. One night last summer, Valderrama was driving back from a pop-up on a hot evening with one more stop before getting back home to his newborn child. He had the music blaring and his windows down. When he parked his car, he heard a noise behind him. He lowered the music and turned around to find a pistol pressed against his head. Valderrama's a former Marine. He says instincts took over. He grabbed the gun, slammed it down to the metal of his car, and sped off. Miraculously, he escaped unscathed. But I wouldn't say he escaped completely unscathed because emotionally, deep inside, he was changed. That was improv right there. Another man who was followed home from a weed party had an even closer call. On March 20th, he pulled his car into a friend's house in Congress Heights after a night at a pop-up, then quickly closed the door. Then he heard a sound behind that terrified him. Someone hit the garage door before it closed all the way and began to slowly back up. Three guys ran in with pistols and told him to get on the ground. After they took all his money and left him on the floor, he got up and poked his head around to make sure they were gone. Bang! The robber shot at him and missed. He heard wood crack over his head and dropped back to the ground, the bullet whizzing down a calm residential street. The first couple years after Initiative 71, we didn't have any problems, says one industry figure who goes by Uzi. Uzi is one of the several people city paper spoke to who did not want their legal name published, fearing repercussions from criminals or police. So we would go to restaurants. What?
You know what's crazy about that?
What?
Is that at the top of this article is a picture of
Yeah.
Uzi and his full government name underneath it.
No shit.
Really?
Yes. I promise you.
You know Uzi?
Do I know Uzi?
No.
I don't know anybody.
No.
I don't know anybody at all. That's the way I feel it. But the first couple of Uzi, but we. All right, so we can go to restaurants, we can go to bars. With the police outside, there were no public safety problems. Nightclubs regularly hire off-duty Metropolitan Department police officers to do security. Uzi says weed pop-ups at the clubs were no exception, with officers paid to help out. The gray market blended into the city's nightlife scene, operating in commercial districts and late-night strips. Adams Morgan was one of our best spots, Hani said. I could bike there with a wagon full of stuff and not worry about it. I was going into the hoods and telling corner dealers, stop what y'all doing and get a table. And then it changed. Around 2017, the crackdown began. After completing an extensive review of arrest records, NBC Washington found that between August 2017 and February 2019, the police raided dozens of pop-ups, resulting in at least 255 arrests. Asked about the impetus for the raids, an MPD spokesperson said possession of more than 2 ounces of marijuana is a crime in the District of Columbia, as well as a distribution or possession of with the intent to distribute. Officers will take action when matters like this are brought to our attention. MPD declined to comment on officers doing security for pop-ups, whether police plan to continue raids and whether they have plans to address the robberies. Valderrama says that faced with the sudden increase in police pressure, clubs and restaurants distanced themselves from the pop-up scene, so vendors moved from dense commercial districts to less populated areas operating out of warehouses and people's homes. There, they found themselves more vulnerable and they didn't have the police to back them up. Armed robbers jumped at the opportunity. Mark Manley, a veteran security guard who worked extensively with pop-ups, says that the dual threat of arrest and rogue gunmen pushed away many licensed and experienced but unlicensed guards from the gray market. They were replaced with large, ordinary men with guns. It's like the last pick of jobs now. Marley says it's not safe. There are no licensed security guards working at these pop-ups anymore. After the night of November 14th of last year, it's not a job Marley would ever choose again. Marley says that working in the security when he was 16, as soon as he turned 18, he began working at clubs in the district. An enterprising young man, he quickly turned into his own business. Soon he had a few guys working under him. The clubs would pay him to handle their security for the night. By 2018, he was 29 years old, working with eight employees and another 5 on call. At first, he said the pop-ups were just easy money. They paid pretty much twice as what the normal club would offer. He recalls, the people would actually speak to you at the door and say hello. Most importantly, it was safe. Manley, I keep saying Marley, it's Manley. Manley felt comfortable doing security unarmed. When the police raids and robberies started, he became more anxious. He didn't step away from the gray market, but he did start carrying a gun. I was literally providing for my family at these pop-ups, so it was kind of damned if you do, damned if you don't. November 15th was his fiance's birthday. Manley's crew was working a big pop-up event at Healthy Vapes on Florida Avenue Northwest, right by Nelly's Sports Bar. He went to get home to his partner, so his plan was just to swing by and check in. Then everything went wrong. Around 10:30 p.m., a vendor was leaving the party, and Manley decided to check the perimeter. He walked down to the corner of Florida and 8th. As soon as I got to the corner, he says a car skirted out, and 4 guys in ski masks, hopped out, waving pistols and semi-automatic rifles, guns firing. Pedestrians began to scream, running for cover at a nearby jumbo slice shop, and 3 of the guys started chasing vendors who were outside. The 4th, Javon Smith, pointed his rifle right at Manley. Manley says he had one thought in his mind, getting home. At this point, it was too late to turn back. Manley ducked out of the way and shot Smith, killing him. The other man sped off. It was later ruled a justified homicide, as the Washington Post has reported. But that night haunts Manley. He lost his security business he spent his entire adult life building up. He wasn't properly licensed at the time, although he had applied for correct license a few days prior, he says. More importantly, he tells City Paper, he became obsessed with the man he killed. I played it out of my head 1,000 times, he said, different options. The next day, he began his painful quest to learn everything he could about Smith. It was like opening up Pandora's box, the things he'd been through, Manley explained, getting emotional. The more I found who he was, the more I hurt and trauma kicked in. However, when he got home and after the shooting that night, that wasn't what was in his head. He says he went into his kids' room, got in their bed, and stayed there until the morning. They're my little brats, you know what I mean? He let out a long, deep laugh. I was so happy to see them. Uzi, Valderrama, and other pop-up affiliates have been planning a rally in the coming month focused on the public safety problems in the gray market. They want the city to grant them enough legitimacy to get them at least some of the protections a legal business would. We want to be able to get even permits and hire proper security enough to stay safe, Uzi says. That's all we want. Even permits would make it legal for them to hire genuine security officers. A special police officer can't legally work at an event without reporting the location, he explains. And if you can't report a location, you don't have an event permit. Uzi thinks pop-ups won't go away. The choices are to make them safer and let them get even more dangerous. The floodgates have already been opened, he says. When it comes to drugs, the streets always win. So if we could all come together and think for the sake of safety, we'd all be better off.
Who said that?
That was Uzi.
When it comes to what?
All right. The floodgates have.
These cats is wilding out here, bro.
in a world where drugs always win. Uzi thinks pop-ups won't go away. The choices are to make them safer or to let them get even more dangerous. The floodgates have already been opened, he said. When it comes to drugs, the streets always win. So if we could all come together for the sake of safety, we'd all be better off. In his opinion, the economic opportunities in the gray market have even meant the industry can't be arrested out of existence. You literally raided and locked up 255 people, and these people were still at pop-ups every night. He says tomorrow they could say no more pop-ups. You know what there'd be? More pop-ups. And that's the end of the story. That was from Joshua Kaplan for the Washington City paper. I think that was a really important topic for our city right here in the district. Let's get back into the Wake and Bake Show featuring our man Blind James and the rest of the crew, Party with Waldo and Don Cooch. Yeah.
It sounds like a lot of extortion and all types of fuckery is going around.
Drugs,
in the city,
extortion, corruption,
I
sexual
was literally
exploitation.
thinking,
You got it all wrong. You got it all wrong.
you were telling that Manly story, dude, and I was thinking, man, that's like a movie. Guy
It
like
is, right?
starts a security thing as a kid, then grows it into a big business, making guap. All of a sudden, man, he's got to deal with this bullshit. And
And then you got it. You got it. In the line of duty.
Legal, but
Yeah.
it's not safe.
That's fucking nuts, man. I couldn't hang. You ever? What's the crazy? You're a fucking. You're a serviceman.
I was in the Marine Corps. Did my time from 2001 to 2005. Yeah, but even just because I'm in the service doesn't make any difference. We're all human. We're all subject to everything. So the only thing I can say that it might have changed is that I'm definitely a lot more aware of a lot of things that I maybe might have not been had I not been in the Marine Corps.
You gotta be careful. My boy got shot coming out the pop-up too, man.
Really?
Yeah.
When you done pass that, but we're gonna pass that,
I got this
to James, and then pass it around to the crew members, and then pass it around to the audience. But I want to hit that before actually one more time.
Is that the old?
That's the asteroid that's being lit up right now.
Take me to space, dude.
It's mixed up a little bit with some other flower,
I like
but
other
it's
flowers.
just so fucking beautiful. It's a junt. It's a junt.
Alright,
It's that shake.
asteroid junt.
Asteroid
As long as
junt,
it's
not
not
shake
no,
junt.
tobacco.
You get thrown off the roof for saying that.
Sure.
Okay. Seriously, sir, please stop fucking around. All right. Thank you.
Real talk, DC rules.
Yeah. Can you get there? Oh, yeah. Nice. Yeah. So without letting too much dead air, get onto the show. What do I also have on my list that I have not covered? We have Beauty in the Backyard. Oh, we talked about Beauty in the Backyard.
Yeah.
Just by the way, if you guys are trying to get in, make sure you get a DM and ask me how you guys can volunteer for that show. Basically, you pay a little deposit, you do the volunteer work, you get that deposit refunded back to you. So that essentially you can go to the show for free simply by volunteering. And seriously, if you do the right thing and you actually volunteer, you get your money back.
Do a little cleanup action.
Yeah, that's going to be a dope-ass thing, and I'm really psyched for that. Don't forget that I will be there with my Phone Homie Cabin. Phone Homie Cabin will have a nice lounge. We'll be fucking doing it up over there, living it, playing music, smoking lots and lots of motherfucking chiba chiba, y'all. And thank you guys for coming through. Appreciate you. And I'm passing you this blunt right here, this joint. All right.
Where are we at? Oh shit.
All right.
This way.
Yeah, yep. Smoke that, the asteroid in there.
All right. Hey, I think we have some buddies that I think are playing
I'm
that
stoned
show,
right
Audic
now.
Empire.
Say that again.
I think our buddies in the band Audic Empire are going to be playing that.
All right, cool. Shout out to the buddies Audic Empire who are going to be playing at the Beauty in the Backyard event amongst the other 60 plus performers that I've never heard of, but I'm so stoked to hear.
This tastes phenomenal, man.
Yep, it
Wow.
does. It really does, right? So
Wowzy
fucking good.
wowzy.
So fucking good.
I'm a fan.
Pass around. Hey.
Wow.
Pass around. Get it to the staff and then to the crowd around. We're chirping it up and slabbing it down right here in the motherfucking show called the Slab Hour. We were combining we're crossing streams.
Dude.
We're crossing streams with the Wake and Bake Show. Shout out to the real blind man, James.
I am the real blind James, man.
Because I don't know why I put in the real blind man. Something for some reason I made him say,
I was like,
and
man,
your
I'm
friends
gonna
hit me
get
up
up
like it's just blind man James. It's not
I
the
was like,
real
I'm gonna
blind.
call.
The real blind James. Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna get on here and call it Phone Man Homie.
Yeah, Phone Man Homie, bro.
We're gonna show Phone Man Homie.
Blind Man James and Phone Man.
I fuck everything up. Sometimes I'll be typing phone homie into the fucking phone, and I'll be like, phone homo.
Yeah, I did, dude. I
Phone homo
accidentally did it on
reckless.
live like a week ago, and I was telling them about it, and I was so embarrassed, and I corrected it so quick, and I was like, stupid fucking autocorrect.
Fine homie. I like that one. PHINE.
Mine always fucks me up because I'll be like, I would like start all my shit off with hey man, and it'll correct me and be like hitman. So I'm always calling people hitman. I'm like,
Oh,
"Hitman,
nice. Who brought this
man."
other beer over here? Smart. Whoever did that was intelligent. Yeah, another. So we're drinking on Diamonds Are Forever by 3 Stars Brewery.
Yeah.
Another. Do we got my 3-star homies over here? Oh yeah, nice. Shout out to 3-star homies. Shout out to APP,
When did
American
3-star open?
Protection Professionals. All right. Big shouts to the homie Brock. I love saying Brock. Brock.
Chill, though.
What?
That's like that boy from Mortal Kombat.
Why can't say that?
You in there, dog. You just
He said he can say that.
He's like, nah, he's like, chill.
Listen, it's cool, man. It's cool. All right. American Protection Professionals.
American Protection.
They're there for your security needs. I needed security because I feel very insecure sometimes.
I feel that, dude.
You know, every once in a while when you feel insecure, you need some security around you, and nothing like a bearded man. Right?
Yeah.
To
Absolutely.
dipped out. Usually you got the fucking the Versace on and the gold bling, but tonight he's doing the athletic thing tonight because he
He
had.
doesn't got 6 years worth of diamonds.
Oh, that's gonna be the Hindu headband.
All right. Yo, shouts out to you, to the beard. So you have a great smelling beard.
Oh, wow,
All right.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I remember when I
No one's ever said that to me before.
Well, when we first linked up at the Cannabis Cup, I went in and I turned my head. We were going for the hug, and then I put my face. My face went right into your beard because I'm only about yay high. So, dude, I was fucking, deep in there.
You know,
like,
you try to keep the nest as clean as possible, you know?
Yeah, it just smelled.
It does
like,
dribble sometimes.
Oh, it just smelled like the most delicious dabs. I was
Man,
like,
I'm
that guy's
blushing over
beard
here,
smelled
you know?
Great. I told
blushing
Paul,
over
I
here
was
for
like,
real.
dude, that was a phenomenal smelling beard.
Where did that asteroid junk go? Yeah, I missed it already. Did you guys get to hit that?
We're good.
Yo, so
You
that
should hit that,
asteroid-
I'm telling you. It's an asteroid, it's super potent, and you guys should hit it.
It's like
What were
$15
the,
a pool.
some-
Definitely.
those-
And you should hit it. And pass it to Troy Spittle over here.
What were some of those other buds you were talking about?
Because we're not
from
mentioning
these
people's
gigs?
full names on the show at all. We're
Right.
definitely omitting everyone's full
Yeah,
names.
dude,
Everybody
don't
got a
talk
nickname,
about
man.
Black Egypt or whatever.
Yeah, Black
AJ Honey.
Dude, fucking Hani's gonna get mad, brother.
With his
what were you
stuff
just saying?
in tow.
Oh, what were some of the other buds you were talking about from these guys?
The other buds we were talking about for who guys? Oh,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, I'm going to talk about them fully on another show. But so far, we got the Banana OG, the Mac one they do GMOs,
we
of
had
course.
Some of the banana, didn't we?
I don't know if they do the Canberry Diesel. I'm not sure if they do it. Maybe, no, they do the Canberry Diesel. I'd have to get them on. I don't know if they're watching the show right now. If you guys know, you can start listing it up. And I'm not really reading because I got so much going on right now. So many things, bright lights in my face. The fucking city scene, which you guys can't see, nor, well, you can see a few lights behind us of some
See
buildings.
the Washington Monument back wherever it's at?
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh,
on this
nice
side over
interception
here.
Where
right
that
there.
way?
Tricom Homes
nice.
getting interception.
Way out
Waldo,
there.
can you spin the camera on ours? And
Let me just get in a few more listings on here. Back into the Phone Homie Slab Hour show, crossing paths once again, if you don't mind. Actually, did you guys get you guys got your slide on the show? You got the same sneak, right? Good.
What up?
Okay, never mind. We're good. Just
you tell me, dude.
I'm
I'm
mind
fucking
checking right now.
blitzed over here, homie. You got me.
I know, I'm
frizzy
starting to get there
fried,
too.
Dog.
and I'm waiting for that junk to get back over
Yeah,
here.
that's coming. That
Homie,
should
is
be
it true
around.
that you put terpenes in your beard?
Oh yeah, actually I do. Sometimes it happens accidentally when if I get like terpenes on my hands, so I wipe it off in my beard, knowing that it's a safe home there.
Ah, okay.
Other times I will take terps and rub it on my hands and then rub it into my beard and on my face.
How much do you put on your fingertips? To do
It's
that?
probably, we're going anywhere from 0.2 to about 0.7.
Okay.
7, that's a lot. That's a lot of terps, and it gets fucking sticky, and then after that shit gets hard. But what happens is if you get into a hot bath, that shit fucking steams up in there, and you can smell the fucking terps. And
Oh.
You ever use a
oh
hot
god.
comb?
Or you smell your upper lip for the rest of the day.
That's not.
From the
Sometimes
terps.
that's a good thing.
It is, man. It
Sometimes
really is.
that's a great thing.
You should get hip to the hot combs.
The
the
hot
what?
cones? Oh, okay, wait, no. Oh, hot combs. I was gonna say I know what hot cones are. That's ancient Egyptians.
got. Hold on.
hot
You don't even
cone.
gotta
Hey,
go
no,
back
seriously.
that far.
Actually, I
What is
used
a
to
hot
teach this in my
cone? You go
fucking. I used to
back
teach
to,
this in my extraction class.
You can go
Ancient
back
Egyptians.
To,
Please listen. You're gonna learn something right
Oh,
now.
I'm hip. I'm ready to learn.
Ancient Egyptians. Someone brought another beer. Oh, ancient Egyptians brought would have hot cones of cannabis resin that they would put on their foreheads and stand in the sun. Talk about fucking waiting to get high, right? This would take forever. Stand on top of maybe they'd be on top of the pyramids. Miss, we'll say ML. Miss ML,
Yeah.
you wanna contribute to that a little?
So, like, what they would do is...
Say this louder. Turn on the music and say it louder.
Yeah.
So, that's, like, a thing, right, from the ancient mystery schools. I'm sorry. Got better?
There you
Yeah,
go.
louder her up. Get her loud.
Put it up.
Oh,
Anyway, so it's called sun gazing, right? So
Sun
one of the
gazing.
things is that they would get into darkness for 30 days and in complete darkness, and then they would expose themselves to the sun, and it was this like hallucinogenic, transformative DMT releasing experience. So it's like one of the natural ways to do that.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm just validating that.
Yeah,
he's
that
right. He's
that
not
process.
making
That's
that up.
that's fucking awesome.
That's
Thank you
real
for
shit.
contributing. That's awesome. But I imagine back in those days, you probably have to stand out there for quite some fucking time. I mean, you're talking about days.
Waldo, would
No,
you do
so
this?
30 days in darkness,
Oh,
and then as soon
yeah.
as you're exposed to the light,
30 days
that
in
is
darkness?
that
Yeah.
experience.
We're talking about a month.
Yeah,
Wait.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
So
wait.
30 days in darkness
Yo,
in,
bro,
like,
it's been
pyramids and
31
super
days and the shit's not kicking in yet, man. It's been 31 days and shit's not kicking in yet. What
I
the
gotta
fuck,
get
man?
the light.
I think you gave me some bunk shit, bro.
I think you just gotta add a little light to it, bro.
Give me a little bit of light, bro.
Yeah, add some light
Step
to it.
out
It'll
into the
kick
light.
in.
So yeah, hot cones, but hot combs in the face, yes. Terps in the beard. Terps in any orifice that you can think of. But do know this, as funny as it sounds, the shit does burn. Terps
Really?
burn. You gotta, like, it's not completely pleasant. So you gotta it is good to mix
So,
it up with
like,
some
don't worry,
oil.
you don't want to make like a sex oil, like a sex
No,
lube with
well,
terps.
you probably want to take the terps out of the sex oil. You can use distillate as lubricant. People do that, and actually they've won cannabis
Oh
cups
yeah,
with sexual lubricant.
I'm gonna definitely do. I'm gonna go bang with some fucking dist tonight. Well, not tonight. Tomorrow. When am I going home? Because tonight would be bad. I'm staying with these two.
Yeah,
What's that?
so yeah, you might be.
be all
Someone's
bad.
getting banged with this tonight.
Yeah. Putting that disty lube in there, baby. Get ready. Sweet cheeks.
What? Guys, watch yourselves tonight.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You gotta watch out.
Right?
I mean,
He's like,
Right.
no, seriously.
Seriously though.
Are you guys staying in Virginia or DC?
Maryland.
Maryland. Okay, you got lucky. I was gonna say because
No,
Virginia
we're
is for
lucky.
Virginia
Stay where
is
you
for
told us to
lovers.
stay.
Yeah.
Virginia is for lovers.
Oh, phew, yeah.
No, there's actually a song called "Ohio is for Lovers."
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
Ohio
it's an
is
emo
for
song.
lovers. Yeah,
Well,
Hawthorne Heights.
I mean, have you guys never seen the fucking Virginia is for lovers shirts?
I've seen like everything.
We haven't gotten.
All
there
right, so
yet.
let me get. I'm sorry, I do have a few more matters of very importance that I have to get into. Congress. We have Adam Eidinger is put together an event, not an event, a protest. It's called Congress, pass that joint. I'm sorry, I'm saying comma like I'm fucking doing voice to text. Congress, pass the joint rally at the U.S. Capitol. This is Tuesday, October 8th, from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you go to my storyline, you can read all about what it actually is talking about. But basically, they're trying to block the rider from allowing us not to get where we want to go. And I think there's more details that can be better explained within the storyline. Or if you go to DCMJ on Facebook or on Instagram, or just fucking go to Google and type in DCMJ. So that is something I'm going to try to actually make that myself on Tuesday. Wait, Tuesday, October? Yeah, Tuesday, October 8th. I will be there. I will be protesting at this because I do believe this is something that we do need to try to block and protest.
How long has this been like the gray market thing?
Gray market's been going on really since Muriel Browser gave everyone the rights to start growing and everything like that.
16, right?
It was that 16 or 14? 16. No, not 14. 16. Yeah. Yeah, somewhere in 2016, and it really, in the beginning, I am one of the founding fathers of events and everything like that. I was one of the first people to really do it with a few others. Shout out to those people. We know who they are.
Dab bar, first dab bar.
First
ever.
dab bar. I am the first dab bar
At,
in Washington, D.C.
Nice.
What was that? At Barcode, right?
At Barcode, we did it. That was crazy. We were in a glass window. Cops were rolling by looking in. We had a fucking crazy ass line of people waiting to get dabs. We were fucking chirping people up and slapping them down. Fucking people walking away like smacked out of their minds, fucking dislocated and disillusioned. No,
Discombobulated.
Discombobulated.
There
That's what
it
I was
is.
looking for.
Definitely.
Was another word? Disoriented. That's what I was
Yeah,
looking for.
and
Smack down to the motherfucking pavement. Oh
Straight
yeah.
So what he got down?
first oil cup ever in
Oh,
DC.
shit.
Yeah, we brought the secret cup to
Secret
fucking
cup,
DC.
DC.
That was us.
That was us.
We did have help, no doubt, but you know we put the fucking blood, sweat, and tears to that, and we fucking had a lot of anger. I got very drunk on that one at that night. Remember,
Yeah.
hung out with Nori.
Got smacked.
You know, but I was saying
Nori got high
the stress.
on spaghetti.
Yeah, Nori got high on fucking spaghetti. Someone gave him fucking edible spaghetti. He was like, "Yo, this spaghetti man good. You guys should have told me. I went home smacked.
Yeah.
I ain't never come to DC again."
Yeah.
Shout out to Noriega.
Somebody got him.
I mean, what we've had
First cannabis show in DC.
Right.
Slab Hour. Right
the
here.
Slab Hour, the first
Right
cannabis
in
body
front
is
of
right
my
here. Make
face.
some noise for that.
Yeah. Right. Hell
Sure,
yeah.
smoke these drugs.
Oh, I like you. I like you. Haha.
White lights. Okay. What did you just say? The weed smells like a Jewish fart?
Yo.
Does he really know what it... Well, I guess it's not too hard to know what a Jewish fart smells like, especially if you live in New York. You're going to smell Jewish farts, just like you're going to smell African farts, just like you can smell Puerto Rican farts. Just like you can smell white farts,
smell
and
Puerto
you're going to
Rican
smell
farts, dude.
black farts.
Dude, my stepmom's
Chinese farts?
Puerto Rican. You definitely smell Puerto Rican.
You're going to smell blind man
They're
farts.
distinct.
What did you just say? What did you just say right now?
My stepmom is Puerto Rican. She's got some distinct farts, bro. I'm telling you.
Wait a minute, but that would make you... You would be part Puerto Rican. That would make you have it.
She's my stepmother.
Oh, you said stepmom. I'm not listening here. I'm so like, okay,
Dad likes
fine.
imports too.
What?
My dad likes the imports too.
Oh my god. Wait a minute. No, that's not an import because that's America.
Yo, she had to cross like a whole fucking
Imported
ocean
across
thing.
the
That's
Caribbean.
like yeah, that one.
Farts.
That's some ocean.
So, welcome to Slab Hour, where we're talking about very adult things like farting and flatulation.
And
making it
THC
sexy.
sex oil.
And THC sex oil.
Dude, you
We're
smoke
opening
some
up
drugs.
all sorts of orifices with this fucking show today.
Smoke some drugs.
Pass it around. Smoke some drugs. Pass it to the left. Good friend. Pass it to the left. Shout out to the homie
Said you
motherfucking
started off
Spittle.
smoking
It's
Dutchies.
kind of like all fumble, but just have fun with it and just, you know,
You started
pass
off
it
smoking
if you don't want to
Dutchies,
smoke
though,
it.
right?
What'd you say?
You started with the Dutchies.
$8 worth of
You know, so I stopped smoking blunts for the most part, but these covert extract
started
asteroids.
with
I'm so stoned right now, actually. I just realized that.
I just know that you
Can
in
you
one
roll
of your other
something up?
interviews, because I studied up on you a little
Too
bit.
stoned to roll anything up? Oh, great. Trichome Holmes is too stoned to roll anything up.
Man, you want me to roll you something up?
Yes. As a matter of fact, yes. Let's. You know what? Didn't we say we're gonna do that? We're gonna do a blind rolling competition.
Here they are.
Yo, this is a very special Slab Hour, guys. We're fucking running this shit to the fucking.
Yeah, we're doing this.
There's the woods.
We went over the
reach in
covert.
front
We
of
went
you,
over the
James.
covert. Those right.
Up and to
Ghostbusters
your right.
did giveaway.
Yeah, up further ahead, further.
I talked about the rosin adventures that I went on, fucking squishing out a half a pound of fucking weed to make some 35 grams of rosin. That was dope.
That was fun.
That was literally dope. Literally, we were making dope. Nice.
Pressing drugs into gooder
into
drugs.
dope. I'm gonna roll up some of this cookies and cream from Hazy Hill Farms, and this shit is fucking fuego. I'm enjoying this. You know what? I'll blindfold roll this.
Yeah, that's the idea. So what we normally do here at the Wake and Bake is we do the blind blunt rolling contest. And that's James versus the challenger, who's blindfolded in a blunt rolling contest. Now,
There's
you
only
can
one
also
wood.
have your
Can I do a joint
blunt-
instead of a
Yeah,
blunt?
yeah, that's cool.
I mean, you can.
Please?
You totally can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put a filter on it.
Okay, and then.
Oh my God,
since
Walter,
you don't
do you
need
have any
yours
thumbs
gutted,
on you? Oh,
I gotta gut James's anyways because
Do you really
he
need some thumbs?
he's not
I
too
need
great
some
at
thumbs
that.
really
You got any
bad.
Tums?
I do not on me.
Shiznobs.
I might in the truck, maybe.
That's what I'm kind of hoping.
Do you have what else is there? See, maybe they have maybe downstairs in the house they have some. Maybe can anybody ask downstairs? Is there any Tums or any sort of antacid? What is naturally antacid? Can you chew on like a milk curd?
Really?
Milk
Anybody
with
got some cottage
magnesium.
cheese or
Usher?
Ginger.
It's either they fresh ginger
Ginger.
or ginger candy or fucking ginger drugs
ginger ale?
or ginger
Will
ale.
not work
or
so good.
Huh?
I don't think that'll work so good.
What, ginger ale?
Will
Yeah,
it? Will that work so
I mean,
good?
it has ginger extract in it to make the fucking concentrate.
Maybe if it's real ginger ale.
Hey, what the hell's so funny over there? This is our show.
Ginger and like Canada Dry. There's a little bit of ginger, not a whole lot, but.
We're talking about ginger drugs right here on the motherfucking Slab Hour.
That's
That doesn't
right.
make sense, but can ginger be used as a drug?
Hey, where's the little?
I got that. I'll do that for you, James.
Thanks.
All right, so what are we
I
gonna
love
do? You guys
ginger
have a
ale.
blindfold
Drink it
for
too
me?
much. Oh yeah, you gotta get the you gotta do something.
I gotta make. Oh, I gotta do it myself. So wait,
damn,
you
really?
guys bring the child. Thanks for the go.
Oh,
We're
this
gonna use
is
a
real.
Ghost Budster shirt for a blindfold.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Take my glasses off.
Budsters.
All right.
And in case, just in case anybody thinks that I'm fucking faking.
I don't think anybody
Oh,
thinks
he's
you're
about to do it
faking.
too.
Dude, I mean,
Come on, man. Who, like, if you're
there's
faking,
conspiracy
I wish
theories.
I
Right?
could say
There
it.
is
Right,
a whole
conspiracy
conspiracy
theory? Oh, wow.
theory out there, dude. Fuck you, our boys Impending Lies. Fuck you.
Oh yeah, fuck you, James.
All right.
Especially.
Yeah.
Chris is alright.
No.
I missed that myself.
Chris, you're
Wait a
not
minute.
bad.
Okay, Jay.
I actually have no tools at all either, so this is kind of. Can I at least? I'm gonna get my tools first.
On it so that it's weighted.
Yeah, you
Okay.
can
I
get
can
set
put my
up
tools
first,
in front
but
of
you
me,
have
right?
to like break it down. You have to like
Alright,
get it all
cool.
like prepared and everything.
So
Yeah, that's gonna. I'm gonna stab my face.
All right.
Let me get the scissors, man. I don't want to do that. All right, let's get these tools. This is an awesome like triple run of the Slab Hour.
We're going hard tonight.
We are going hard tonight, man. Anybody want a brewska? Good? Cool. Good? Good? Cool.
Yeah, dude, we gotta get you out to Cleveland.
This guy's got a hat on. What? All right, you're putting me to shame right now. All right, let me just put the tools in front of my face and then I'm
He's
gonna
like, where's the
go.
weed at?
I can't believe this is happening right now. All right, we got this. What we're gonna use this. All right, so I will keep the paper inside of the
I was
carton.
getting, like a little tray with some buds.
Where's my,
Ride.
You guys see the there
So
should
for
be a
anybody
thing
who's
of.
gonna be listening to the audio of this later, I got a shirt over my face right now.
Thank you for using the mic. Hell yeah.
I got you, man. Yeah.
I'm looking for my raw.
Sorry about that little break.
Can I get my raw filters? Who's got my raw filters? Raw filters, anybody?
What it
We
is,
just went fucking dead on the filters, huh?
what's it is, what's wrong?
Oh, look at that. We only got 10 minutes in the fucking show, too. I mean, in the fucking, this, yeah.
In that stream.
All right, so I guess I better hurry this up. All right, fuck it.
Yeah, I'm gonna roll this
I'm
quick.
gonna try to do this without fucking. Okay, here we go. So let me put this fucking thing on my face.
Fast roll.
All right. This is blindfolded joint and blunt rolling with Blind James.
That's right,
We
dude.
have 2 grinders.
Wake
or
and Bake
just the
show
one?
out of Cleveland, Ohio,
Yeah,
combined with the Washington D.C. show, Phone Homie, the Slab Hour.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna set the mic down for a minute. If anybody, Cooch, you wanna take over for me,
What's
man?
up?
You wanna take over
No.
Take over what?
the show while I roll?
Oh. Cooch, take over the show.
There's a nug on the tray, James.
All right.
I believe in you.
All right. Yo, this thing keeps coming off, man.
Chains of pain in the neck, the Trey 80s, Mr. Potato Head.
We're gonna have to bring you guys out some beer next time we come out here, though.
Bring me out some beer, yes.
You guys ever had Great Lakes beer?
Yep. Is it from
Hey,
the...
Waldo,
No, I have
where to
not.
grind it?
Great Lakes
Lakes
Brewery?
Brewing
That's
Co.
from Cleveland.
Grinder.
So you
Waldo.
guys
Oh,
have-
shit. Oh, and I got the... Here's this. Right.
So you can
Okay.
start this off.
So we're gonna have to...
Yo, just do me a favor. If someone could just periodically check my live feed, because we only had like 10 minutes left. If it goes off, just press save and get the save going, so I have it.
Yo, I turned into a pumpkin. in 10
Hey,
minutes.
Waldo.
Yo.
We got a grinder.
Nope.
And it's windy too, so we could roll away all this that's going on. All right, I'm going in with this right now.
Fine, I got this.
I believe
All
in
right,
you.
cookies
Oh, yeah.
and cream. We can do this. All right.
Yeah, he likes the challenge, though. I see it, though. He's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, all right, putting the buds in there, taking this little piece of stem off of there. All right, am I talking into the microphone?
Oh, yeah, you're cool. No. You're good.
Yeah, so
I'm on the handheld mic, so I can set mine
There
down.
you go. Put your lips on.
yeah,
Sweetheart.
I'm feeling around with it. Come on, let's feel around this thing right here. All right, breaking this up a little bit. It's just a...
He's acting like he's watching James do it too, though. He's like looking
What
over there.
are you doing over there, buddy?
All right, I'm breaking down
Stop
some buds.
cheating, man.
I'm breaking down the buds.
Can you breathe behind that
I'm
mask?
finger
over there?
fucking.
Yeah,
shit.
are you fucking breathe? Can you breathe?
Well, I can breathe just fine. I got the.
You really don't have to wear the shirt, man. It's kind
Yeah,
of,
it's good.
you know, we all trust you. Everybody trusts him, right? We all trust.
Oh, yeah,
You can take the shirt off.
We do with him enough. I mean,
Yeah.
shit.
It's all these,
we know this
all these
motherfucker's
guests
lying.
that
Shit.
don't know me.
Dude, you should have seen us at Arlington.
I gotta
today.
show up hard.
Well,
Well,
yeah, talk
out
about
here
your
in DC, you know
yeah,
what I mean?
please
Shouts
talk-
out to DC, man. You guys are fucking awesome.
Awesome, man. Yeah,
It
for
was
sure,
fun, though.
100%. Hey, talk about your day here in the District of Columbia, well, like, and then Arlington. Like, what went down?
So first we went to the Eternal Flame and to see JFK's grave, and that was I like JFK quite a bit, so that was very touching for me.
Of course.
Then we started to wander toward the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier.
Cooch
but,
didn't realize we were at JFK's grave.
Yeah, he did not. He
no
didn't
idea.
even realize where we were until
Completely
like 10
disrespectful.
minutes after we left. But it was really, really awesome that we got to tell him about it.
You told him about it later.
Yeah.
No,
And so,
JFK's great, right, bro?
yeah, that was what. Yeah,
Wow.
exactly.
Who's bro? Where you at, bro?
Then
I'll be on another level high.
we were wandering towards the tomb, and it was just so rough getting up there. All the steps, and they're so far apart. It was really hard because I'm like very new to guiding James around. So like coming up with things to say quick enough to direct like what's about to happen as we keep stepping forward. And so it was just way easier on the way back down to just take the roadway as opposed to following the signs to like actually get there. We probably should have just grabbed a map. We would have had a much better time, I feel like. But
Well,
we also
I threw a little bitch fit too because I kept falling off the fucking stairs and shit, and I was like, all right, fuck this, I quit. We're leaving.
that was my fault. I'm just very new to this. But after we did that, we wandered, ate some truck food from the street. We rolled some dice,
Y'all
and
are
then
so brave, man, for that. Y'all are American heroes.
Shit.
then
The one
we
thing I don't
wandered
understand
into
is how am
the,
I gonna know which one of these sides are fucking gummied? Oh wait, I have an idea.
There you go.
Yep. Nope. Just thought about it.
You gotta lick it a little
Smarter,
bit.
not harder.
Just a little
But
bit.
then we wandered into the Smithsonian of Natural History, and that was really, really awesome. We wandered in and checked out the outbreaks, and we
The egg
checked out
buttons were
some
cool.
dinosaur fossils. It was really sweet. We wandered through the mammals a little bit.
AIDS buttons.
Yeah.
I can't see. I'm not looking at anything. I just can't.
You gotta tell them about the
Yeah.
AIDS buttons.
The outbreaks was really, really cool, man. All the diseases throughout time and stuff that have affected humans. It's really wild. Like, yeah, definitely go check that out if you get a chance because it's free. It was awesome. Love
My
DC.
favorite part was where we got to the
Tourist
AIDS
shit.
exhibit and they had the buttons from the 1980s.
Those were
And
awesome.
my
buttons
favorite
as a
one
pin
said,
collector.
"Use a condom or beat it."
My personal,
You just kind of be.
I loved it. I was like, yes.
Hey, Al, can you fix this on the
my
back, please?
personal favorite button happened to say "closets are dangerous to your health." That one I thought was pretty sweet.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Closets are dangerous to your health. Why?
Because then you can't talk to your doctor about it, man, and then you like
Can't
would
get on
suffer
PrEP.
and die from like AIDS or something. But when
a
you could have
closet?
talked to, if you're like gay and in the closet or something.
Oh, gay in the
Yeah, because
closet.
it was AIDS. The AIDS exhibit had the buttons, and so the one button said "closets are dangerous for your health."
Super.
Right. Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah. So as
Damn,
a
I just got
like,
that.
pin collector, I thought that button was kind of really dope, but really dark.
Yeah, definitely very dark.
You're
Yeah.
a pin
Especially
collector?
back in those
Yeah.
times, though.
Yo,
All
you
the
just-
enamel
yeah, you
pins
just
and
dropped
buttons.
Yo, you never got a phone homie pin?
You
I gotta get you.
pin collector?
Bro, I gotta get you a
Yeah?
phone homie pin. Can we
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about?
yeah.
Can we talk about real quick? Can we talk about real quick? Am I talking into the microphone right now?
No,
Yeah,
no
I mean
lower.
you're talking
Your
about
beard is
hard.
talking. Your beard is talking into
All right, so look.
Right there, right. No, to the right. You're the right.
Yeah, see?
You're the left.
Your other left.
Okay.
There you go.
fucking
Start right there.
fuck
No,
you
right there,
guys.
right there. That's perfect.
All right, so basically, What the fuck I was gonna say?
Exactly. All that.
Shit. I really thought I had something to contribute to the show for 5 seconds.
Oh, you gotta
and not,
concentrate though.
What was it?
I'm losing, so I'm trying to think of 500 things right now.
By the way,
Yeah?
you're losing right now. Big time.
Why? He already rolled it, didn't he?
Yeah,
No,
pretty much done.
I mean,
He's already lit it up, didn't he? Fucking.
I'm working on
This
it.
is not fucking easy.
You are not even close.
But I'm putting a fucking filter on it, okay? So calm down. Not everybody can do that.
Yeah, he is too.
That's true.
Oh,
no.
he is too?
No filter.
Oh, no filter.
No
See?
No, I roll mouthpiece.
Stop playing.
Oh, now you gotta unroll it and put a filter in.
Stop playing blind man's advocate right now, huh?
You gotta unroll it and put a filter in. We gotta play by the same rules.
Shit. Which one's the long end? Which one's the short end? That's what
You offered
he
to
said
put
or
it
she
in.
said.
He was like, oh, we just put a filter in.
No,
And
yeah,
it's
he's
like,
talking
all
that
right,
shit.
all right.
All right.
Yeah, I didn't offer all that.
Paper to make a filter?
This filter's too big
okay,
too.
yeah, that little, okay.
All right, this shit's not easy, man. All right, there we go. There's something going on. What the fuck was I gonna say though?
I don't know, but I've been a huge fan of you for a long
Oh
time.
yeah. Can we talk about the fucking the tattoo that's on your leg?
Of course we can.
All right, so there's a tattoo on this man's leg. You guys saw it yesterday on the show. Yeah, talk about it.
So, about a year ago, I have a very close personal friend of mine, Devin, at Devin Wolf Art on Instagram. She's my tattoo artist, but I approached her with an idea after I was done watching one of your awesome posts, and I was feeling inspired. And I just felt a connection, and so I wanted to put Turp It Up and Slab It Down around my already existing scratcher pot leaf tattoo that I have on my thigh, which was like one of my first 3 tattoos. And ever since then, you've just been on my leg, constant daily reminder of how much I love watching your content and appreciating all that you've done for the community, and I don't know, just being a huge fan.
I appreciate that, man. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, the whole Turp It Up and Slab It Down thing, it was inspired by Chris Crazy. Actually, it came from one of Chris Crazy's songs. He actually was saying turn it up, and I said Turp It Up, and then I had the Slab It Down part because I just felt like, to add the momentum to the going up and the down part, and it just became something that just sounded really good, and it kind of spread throughout, and bam, now you got a tattoo on it, and that shit is fucking crazy. It's really cool to see things like that materialize.
Done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
never
he's
mind.
done,
See, I got put
Yeah,
out
he's
there.
done. Yeah.
All right, stop talking and start rolling.
That was all a distraction. I think that's part of their strategy.
No, yeah, that was. I had my boys working on you.
Yeah, I was trying to tell you that starts it.
You're good. I had my boys working on you.
This shit is so fucking.
I was flexing.
You're
though,
so caught up in
dude.
this story.
Yeah, that was no bullshit, man. I was fucking
Making sure it's rolled nice, huh?
Yeah.
He's like still reigning champion.
No shit.
No, that's just quickness. Don't matter. We gotta get. We'll see how it smokes. You know what I mean?
True.
That could be all fucked up for all I know. I ain't gonna take credit on it till we know that it burns.
No
for all I know, that could look like a sloppy witch finger right
All
there.
Sloppy witch finger.
Well.
Yo, it's gonna be fucked up if it looks like a sloppy witch finger.
No,
All right.
It's pretty, you know what I mean?
Alright, so what do we do now? Do I take it off, or
Yeah,
I got
you guys
beard?
can
I got
you
weed
can
all
take
over
it
my
off.
beard.
Oh yeah, take it off.
He's just got like the shirt on top of his head.
Oh shit, I can't see anything right now. Oh shit, look at all the fucking weed on the floor. On the fucking thing.
You want to help
All
James
right.
out there, homie?
I think we did pretty fucking good over here.
I'd say so, right?
Yeah, your shit's fucking finesse. My shit's not bad. You definitely did better than I did.
Let me feel yours.
Here's mine. The actual joint itself is well formed.
Oh yeah, no.
The filter's a little bit loose, but
no, yours fucking shits on mine, brother.
Nah, I think we did good, man.
Let me see mine.
No, I think we did good, man.
Oh no, dude. Yeah, mine's got a little pocket. That could be
also,
stuff.
you
fucking
finger
critics.
busted your stuff. Phone homie used a grinder. Keep that in mind.
That's
when you're
okay.
judging
Oh, I
it.
did ask for
Okay.
a grinder.
We didn't have one for you. I love you. I'm sorry.
It's all good, brother. You know
Well,
what?
oh, shit.
What matters is this right here.
Let's get this motherfucking live feedback on real quick again.
Yeah.
For everybody that's still here, thank you. Let's get fucking stoned. How you guys?
Yeah.
You guys need to be stoned. The two of you.
Yes. Waldo, man, you try
you're
this
passing
and
it to
fucking
Chewbacca.
tick with that?
Sure can.
Chewbacca's trying to.
Oh yeah, that's fine. We'll
Reach
talk about
over
that other
here.
thing if you know whatever. It's cool.
Hey, so what's the story behind Chewbacca?
Oh, so
I'm a
Chewbacca
noob, so
essentially.
I'll, you know.
Chewbacca essentially was just like, first of all, I came up in the, I born in 1976, so Chewbacca was like, part of my life growing up, and I just kind of felt like, as an emblem on the table, like a space Wookiee, a hairy Wookiee always in space, I wouldn't consider myself fully Wooked out.
Shout out to the Wook crowd.
Yeah,
we love the Wookies,
pretty funky, but
we love the Wookies.
and I'm hairy, so that kind of Chewbacca kind of comes all into play, and I think it just, to be honest with you, out of everything that's happened, Chewbacca has kind of always been on the table. We've had some issues, some challenges, some break-ins, some things of that nature, and Chewbacca has always been the one element that's always been the remaining constant at the table, at the scene. So,
Hell yeah.
shout out to Chewbacca, who's been on a lot of trips with me on all these tables and everything like that. It's been amazing.
Many cups, many sessions, all that. Shouts out to being professional.
Yeah, you guys are super professional, and I appreciate it about you.
What's up? I'm all right. We're in the middle of the slab hour.
Oh, my bad.
Nah, it's fine. What do you need?
I was about to say, I was trying to see what you had on your menu, trying to see if I could pull up.
Just pull up now. Come on. Come over to 906 Quincy Street, Northwest.
Alright, I got you.
906 Quincy Street, Northwest. All right, peace. Are we done?
Amen.
We're done.
We
All
can
right.
wrap this bitch
We're
up.
done. We are done. This is the
wrap
Slab Hour. Let's start lighting the rest of these joints and everything. This has been the Slab Hour, everybody. I want to thank you guys all for coming out. I appreciate everybody. We definitely made it the Slab Hours today.
Yeah, man. We did a full
It's been so much fun.
today.
But honestly, it's been good. I really feel like
reach farther. There you go.
I really feel like with all the effort put into it, I think we were able to stretch it out a little bit and take advantage of it. I wanted it to go on forever. I wish we could go on till like 6 o'clock in the morning when the sun comes up and you can actually see the rest of the city. But
what the fuck are you talking about?
right,
See the rest of the city.
Right, that'd be awesome. The Slab Hour all night.
I'm not gonna see anything, bro.
Wow. God damn,
Yeah,
man.
let's wait till the sun comes
Damn
up.
it,
I'm gonna be
talk
like,
about-
hey, is the sun up yet?
You got me again, man. You guys got me again. All right, guys.
Oh shit, man.
It's been awesome. This has been the Slab Hour.
Hell yeah, man.
And the Wake and Bake Show with
Your boy Blind James, man.
Blind James.
Hey.
The
The
man.
real Blind James.
The real Blind James, the man.
I'm gonna do my little sign off here. You ready for it?
Yeah, please.
You ready? Oh, all right. Hey, thank you, Cooch, my man, for doing the sound coming out and
No problem, man.
doing the DC thing, man. This has been awesome.
Shit, you already know.
And then, yeah, next week, man, Finding Comfort show with us versus them. Here's this. Well, blind. Oh, wait, you don't smoke blind?
I'll smoke it. Shit.
Oh, okay, for sure. Tap on that one. See, it may have gone out a little bit, but
No.
next weekend, Eddie's Club in Elyria, man. Get out there, a bunch of kick-ass performers.
Blank slate, Leary.
Oh, Blank Slate, my bad. Sorry, it's because we were
Changed
talking
up
shit about
locations
Eddie's
this year.
earlier. That's right.
Changed up locations this year.
That's right. I like it though. I like it. Go hit up the Blank Slate, man. And then you guys can find Cooch on Instagram at Dun_Cooch, Kooch. All right. And then Waldo, thank you for running the stream, my dude.
I'm so happy to be here. You don't need to thank me. I thank you.
Thank you for paying for the hotel room.
Oh, damn, nice.
Happy as fuck.
He's like, you got that one.
Yeah. Thanks,
Let me
dude.
go 50 bucks, bro.
You like, that's fine until you
Oh,
guys get
Waldo
hit
gets
with
us
the
in
until you guys
style,
get hit with
man.
the fucking the smoke in the room fee. They're like, hey, somebody sparked up in the bedroom. Oh, great, yeah, Waldo's got that one.
Yeah.
quickly
They know.
done.
Hey, where's Waldo?
Lucky for us, we got off the elevator and right away, dude, our floor smelled like fucking buds, and we were like, oh, we have friends.
Yeah. Beat us to it.
Oh,
Really?
yeah, for
Where
sure.
are you guys staying at? Damn.
Fucking.
No.
Yeah, we'll keep that. Yeah, well,
Don't answer that question.
Right, yeah, I'll keep it on the low.
I like that.
And then, hell yeah, man. And you guys can find Waldo on Instagram at Party with Waldo. And then, I, of course, am the host, man. Thank you guys for stopping by Waking and Bacon and doing the Slab Hour. Phone homie, man. It's been fucking awesome.
It's been amazing, man. I really appreciate you guys. Shout out to everybody out there in Ohio. If you guys out there in the live feed trying to check out the Wake and Bake show, you guys can get at me and I'll send you over to them so that you guys can check out the show as well. Much love to everybody right here in Washington D.C. and beyond. We love you. Make some noise for yourself, and we're out. This is the Slab Hour.
Hell yeah, sir. And then over here, man, I want to thank you, motherfuckers, for stopping by Waking and Bacon, man. And remember, even if you lose your sight, never lose your vision. Peace.